Okay, so back. Hey, Gary, how's it going? Do do do. Just switching it up. Okay, and let's see here. Pop that back up so you can see that finally. Trying to get all my stuff visual again on here. Yes, I know I'm live. Aw, yay, I know. It's been a while. It's seriously been a while. And I was meaning to do it last night, but I was like, I'm too tired. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my morning stream. Yeah. No, it's I've been needing to get a little bit more out there, I guess. So and started talking because when I start focusing on stuff, I just don't talk. But I'm glad I made you feel young again. Oh, so how you been doing, Gary? The Gare Bear, Garolito, Gary Ding Dong. Ding dong. Oh, I know how that feels. Gosh, working this day job and then Gary Bear. Oh, uh, it's I can't remember what that line is from. Um, shit, it's from some movie or TV show. I'm thinking it's from Heroes, but I don't think it is. Yeah. Okay, so just to kind of give you a rundown, I've been oh I'm doing all right. Finally got a day off to actually get some work done because the last couple of days from work have been hellacious to the point where it's laughable, and I just want to quit that job and just do this for the rest of my life. But that's not bringing in income, of course. So I'm gonna get there. It takes a lot of hard work to get there, but I'm gonna get there. And as you're burning the candle at both ends, I feel like I'm doing the exact same thing. Yeah, pretty much. Because otherwise, I mean, I'd just be standing still and I would go crazy insane. Even more so than what I am now, I should say. uh, but I've been for the stream. I've actually been binge watching. I know. I love doing this. It is like for me, this is relaxing. I could do this to relax, but it's. Huh, I I have to say that this series is amazing. I never expected it to be as good as it did. I thought it was going to be like, oh, it's just a little fan fiction. No, it's actually like super well done. And I'm like, good job. Good job, Tori. I was about to say my real life name for a second. I gotta remember, I can't do that. I gotta use an alias. But, uh, but yeah, no, it's amazing. And I'm like, yay. And oh, it's plain Jane. Believe me, it is so very plain. I think my artist name is a lot better. Uh, but I'll tell you on Discord if you're interested. But other than that, um, it's a normal everyday name. It's not as creative as Torishima Eve. So I love that name. It was my Sith Lord name back when I was role playing in the chat rooms in the late 90s. I'm a dork. You might have. But it's definitely not Tori. Though thoughts have crossed my mind to actually legally change my name to that. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. I don't care. I mean, I say that now and yet I don't reveal it on a stream, but it's just out of, common sense, I only show it it pops up because, that's business shit, and I don't, share my Dropbox with everybody. I mean, so. Yeah, I mean, whenever I'm in their streams, I'm automatically just going by their stream handles and everything, because that's just courteous, But let's see here. Now I could restart listening. Yeah, and plus it's in his information too, I think. But yeah, so I've been binge watching, or binge listening, I should say, my Elf Prince series while I've been working on this. So I can start from the beginning, or you can continue on, because as soon as it ends at the last episode, it's, hold on, Discord, but as soon as, it finishes, it's just going to loop back around, and I'm going to, rewatch it over again, and again, and again, because I love it. It's awesome. Okay, I'll start from the beginning. Boop. Now, I'm not sure if you actually heard it before, but the purring at the beginning and ending of this first audio, I debated on using it for a while. Like it's my own little thing, or my own little intro
you can run,
video.
But I will find you.
But
I will make sure you won't see the light of
but that's
day.
the only time that you actually hear the purring.
I love
At the beginning and ending of an audio. It's just that one video. So I'm not sure if I should do it with the other videos or not. Or any videos afterwards with my series.
Hello, human.
Just leave it at that.
Hey, where are you rushing to? Stop! Where are you rushing to? You are not supposed to see
Just to
me.
kind of show you what I've done
Interesting.
so far.
Yes, I know you are being followed. Ever since I heard you enter into this part of the forest. Shh.
Oh, okay.
Let me get you out of here first, and I'll explain later. Come on, follow me. Come on. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
How is that?
You are not supposed to be able to see me. Supposed to be able to see me,
Is that
which is
any
terribly
better?
interesting. You can address me as Prince Adreesen from now on.
Okay.
You can't have rudeness in my presence. Now, if you're done, we need to leave
There's
this
the
way.
desktop on.
Where are we going? Somewhere that will not be able to follow. Will not be able to follow.
I think that's better.
Here we go. This cave here. Trust me, we need to pass through this cave to get you to safety. Now quickly, get inside.
Alright. Let me know if I need to adjust it any further.
Well, be my guest if you would rather stay
Yeah,
and let
that's-
whoever is following you catch up.
That's his
It
full
doesn't matter
outfit.
to me, whichever way you choose.
I'm going to be adding on these parts right here.
Wise decision.
The
Now,
embroidering on
let's
his
keep
collar
moving.
and his house sigil
I
buttons.
hate being in dark
I add that
places
later
for
on
too long.
after I do all the inking. So, yeah. Super
Come on,
excited.
through here.
So freaking awesome.
Through here.
Okay.
There. I know. Breathtaking, isn't it? This is what I call home. My castle, well, my father's castle, perhaps. No, they cannot follow you here. The entrance to the cave is sealed with magic. Those that were chasing after you will not be able to perceive the entrance at all. Oh, dear human, why are you crying?
These are just tears of joy.
Ah, I see. So they have been following you for some time.
Apparently.
And why would they follow someone such as you?
Because I'm awesome.
A criminal leader. And why would this Vladimir Kovac ask you to help with the theft?
Oh man, I've lost count how many times I've listened to that last audio.
That would be
Holy
very useful.
crap.
to a
It is
criminal.
like,
I can quite see why someone would want to use
oh my
you.
gosh.
But
Y'all
you
don't
put
know
them
my excitement.
first.
The gifts don't handle it well. I really just want to.
Well, for
Just
our
like, here,
kind, those
listen,
abilities
y'all
are
need to hear
well
this
cherished.
now. Fuck everything else,
Usually
hear this
those
now.
gifted
But
are of
I
royal
can't.
blood. I find it very
can't, and it
interesting
kills
that
me.
you were able to see me, where most humans...
Holy crap, the voice work in this
I'm
is...
sorry to say that
on
most humans
point.
are very
like-
closed-minded. Nope, steady there,
Sorry.
steady. Oh, steady there,
I
steady.
know. And I
dear.
can't wait to read the comments. Holy
I
crap,
did
I
say
can't
you
wait to
shouldn't
read
be
the
able to see me.
comments. It's
I
like
guess
the
I
best
was
part
a
of
little
it.
too much for you
And
to
there's
take
one
in.
little Easter egg in there that's been
Sleep
put
then,
that
little one.
is
I'll
simply
take you somewhere to rest.
amazing.
Properly.
And I can't wait for the person to react to it too. And like, they're going to
Funny how fate
explode.
has kept me
They're
from
literally
leaving
going
this
to
place once
explode.
again. I never got your name either. Well, that will have to wait until you have rested. Well, I can't bring a human through the front door. Going to
yeah,
have to
he
take you
actually
through the
is.
hidden passage in order to keep you safe. Wait, is that... Victor.
Hey, Bo, how's it
My
going?
Prince Edrison. Why did you... Who is this? Wait, is that a human female? Prince, if the king and queen find out...
And they won't as long as you keep your mouth shut. Now, I need to let her rest. Take lead as I carry her to my quarters.
As you wish, my prince. Follow me. Hang on, let me check first. Okay, all clear.
I think
Go ahead, Victor,
Pam
and ready
actually
my
created
personal
the
power
ID
room for her
just
to
to
stay in for
watch
the
my
time being.
streams.
I'll bring her up.
because
Very
he's
well,
mostly
sir.
on Twitch. So a bit of an echo. Okay. I'm not.
She really is very interesting. Do you not agree, Victor?
I'm sure so. Just the fact that she could see us. Well,
Indeed.
This works.
Your Royal Highness, I still don't think...
Then don't. This human is special. She has abilities similar to royalty.
You don't mean... You don't mean... Impossible. She can't be
Okay.
of royal descent.
Is that better?
It is possible, and I must find out. I also believe that if my parents did find out that
Seems
I
to be
brought
an
a
inherent
human
issue with
within
Twitch
the
and make
castle
sure I don't
walls,
find it.
they will notice that I haven't gone running away again.
It's
I'm sure
annoying
I
for me
can
because if I know
persuade
it's
them
there,
that
I
if
need to
stay
fix
as
it.
such, they will
Oh,
promise
okay.
no harm will come to
I
her.
just turned down
Without
on
a doubt,
one
they
of
would accept
them,
this human to keep their
and I
heir
think
from
that was
abandoning
it. It's
his
just it
royal
was doubling
obligations.
up on the audio.
Very well, my prince. I'll leave you two then.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you may leave, Victor. Continue with your duties as normal.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness.
Well, you are an interesting one. Why has fate placed you into my arms, I wonder?
Okay.
But never mind for now. Rest easy, human.
Okay.
When you wake, you shall have shelter here as my guest, and I will find out who you really are.
And there goes the purring again. Last time you'll hear it. Doesn't show up in the other audios. It's all Colbo. Oh.
Such an interesting human, indeed. I have to say, you do look so very, very peaceful as you sleep. Quite lovely, in fact. I really must solve the mystery of you, of who you are, of what you are. Let me remove.
Oh gosh. Sorry about that. Oh gosh. Okay, Streamlabs. Stop all
There
that.
we go. Much
There we
more
go.
comfortable now. You really are out for the count. I do have that effect on humans sometimes. You should, of course, upon awakening, forget who I was, but I am interested to find out if you do. You shouldn't have really been able to see me in the first place, of course. So, you are quite fascinating. A human, but not quite like a human should be. So very, very fascinating. I wonder, it wouldn't be right to go through your things, would it? But I am tired of calling you human. Maybe you will have something with your name on it. Here we are. How do you even pronounce no? I think I will give you a name while you stay here as a guest. It might be best if I gave you one from ours. Another stratagem to persuade my parents to let you live. I do have to say, you carry some features of our kind. Cute for a human.
Being a little bit too close there,
Oh.
sir.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to wake so soon. Shh. Don't be frightened.
Oh.
You're safe here. Well, you did get a little scratched up, it seems. Good job, I am a gentleman. Can't have those scratches disfiguring your face. Let's see. What do I have here? And let's clean those wounds a little. There. That's better. Sorry if it stings just a little. This is special water. Unique healing properties. I do not believe you have it in your realm. Although you are surprisingly medically advanced, I suppose without the use of magic you have become adaptable. So many human inventions are quite ingenious, it has to be said. But here you will have the benefit of magic. There. Is that better for you? Good. Just allow me to rub this healing balm into your soft human skin.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Not a single
gets the hose
trace, you
again.
see. The magical water and the magical cream and a little gentle touch
Sorry.
is all it takes in this realm. my
He's
dear.
gonna wear my skin.
Now, tell me, what do you remember?
This crazy
how
elf
you got
bastard.
here? Yes, that is what you told me before. You were being pursued. Do you remember the name of your pursuer? Yes.
Reference from Silence of the Lambs, in case if you didn't know.
I will have to remember that name. You said he was some kind of criminal, using your powers of clairvoyance and telekinesis, you told me. Gifts that are not normally offered to humans. You really are quite an interesting mystery, I have to say. You remember more than you should. Where? Oh, this is a castle. Yes, I am a prince, an elf prince, but you already know that. Now, if you would just give me a moment to explain. Yes, of course I accept your apology. Now, as I was saying, you're a guest here, but the unfortunate side of it is that you are a human, and, well, humans are not allowed entrance to this realm, let alone the royal castle of Galen. Now listen carefully. If they found you in this castle, well, if you do as I say, you wouldn't have anything to worry about, my dear. Interesting. Oh, my apologies. I was trying to determine a name for you while you are here. It would only be proper and less difficult to pronounce. Let's see. Yes. While you are here, your name shall be Isilme. In our tongue it means moonlight. You like it? Good. Now, my servant Victor is preparing your room as we speak. I ask that you stay in the room and do not leave. I cannot protect you if you wander off and get caught. If my parents find you, you could be imprisoned or worse. No, but don't worry. If you do as I say, then you needn't worry of such outcomes. However,
If you do as I
while you're
say,
here,
I will be
Isilme,
your slave.
I want to find out more about you and your abilities. You see, clairvoyance and telekinesis are abilities you should not hold as a human. I told you once before that what you consider a curse is not how we see it here. As I said, those
Yeah, I
abilities
know, right?
that you claim to possess are only carried by those descended from a royal line of our kind. And as you don't carry the major features of our kind, I could only guess that someone from our royal line may have been with one of your ancestors. How? Well, You humans love fantasy, right? And the stories had to have come from somewhere. I think I should explain part of our history with humans. That should help clear up everything. Long ago, we elves did live amongst humans, as did many other races. However, the humans began to stray from magic. We still don't know the reason why, but wars started up because of it. We were at peace for so long, and then suddenly humans wanted to wage war against magical
At least you get to,
forces.
like, spend some time with her and everything.
That's kind of you to
I
feel
haven't
that way.
seen my mom.
I can tell you have a kind
They
heart.
actually, my mom and my sister
In all
actually
my
came up and
years from the history I've
visited
read,
not
we
too
only
long
knew
ago.
of how hateful and jealous
And we ended up
humans
going
were,
to the museum
wanting
here
nothing more
where I
but to
live,
destroy everything in sight.
where my niece
But
got to
I can
celebrate her
sense
birthday
that
basically
that might not be the case
with us.
with you.
It was nice.
Isilme, do you?
But they want us to come down for Christmas, and I'm like, now,
Pardon the intrusion, Prince.
it's going to be
I've
kind of
finished the
difficult given the
accommodations for
situation
goodness,
that, you know,
But we must hurry as the king
it's so close, and
That was why I was looking for you in the first place.
the plans that we originally wanted to
You
do
couldn't have told me
aren't
this
going to
sooner,
really
Victor.
work with
Never
renting a
mind that
car,
now.
so we
Isilme,
have to
follow
take the
Victor
bus.
to your room, and I'll tell you more
Because
later.
apparently,
Don't leave the room either.
people don't want to take PayPal as an
Come this
accepted
way, Miss
card.
Isilme.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. Guess you're not getting my business.
We must hurry through the passage. Hurry, Mrs. Isilme. If the king finds you, your life may be forfeit. The prince must think highly of you if he wants to keep you secret from the king and queen. I don't understand how you and the prince met, but if you put the prince's life in danger, I will not hesitate to hand you over to the king and queen myself. Do you understand? Good. If you want to keep yourself safe, and for that matter, him safe, you will do as the prince demands.
Yeah. I wish my mom, well, I wish my family actually lived a little bit
I
closer.
must leave you and return to the
'Cause,
prince's side. Remember what I
For
said.
them, it's like
Okay.
a 6-hour drive to get to where I live. So,
Miss Isilme. You
so I
look
hope everybody's
much
doing
better.
pretty good
Fully
today.
healed, I see. You have responded well to our magic. I apologize that it took a while longer for me to return than I anticipated. My father does tend to drone on whenever I leave the castle. Oh, well, he had to remind me of my responsibilities as a prince, as if I needed to be reminded. Oh, what was it I was going to say before? Yes, I was going to ask you if you would rather stay here than return to your realm. I mean, under the circumstances, with this Vladimir criminal chasing you down, I'm not sure how
Jeez.
safe you would be if you did return, but if you stay here,
Well, that's
believe
global
I may be
warming
able
for
to
you
help
too,
stay
so.
safe. I do understand that this would require some serious thought, so you needn't
summers
answer
and,
right away. Now, let's see. Where was I?
winters are going to be
yes. I was
hellacious.
explaining our history. When the humans waged war against the magical beings, we elves decided to retreat back to our realm. How? Well, through that cave was one way. In fact, that's one of the few remaining portals that connects our realm to yours. Due to the magic fading from your realm, the portals started closing one by one. Eventually, they will be closed forever, which is why I asked you if you wished to stay. I understand if you didn't want to, as I wouldn't be able to guarantee your return. So please, make sure you think through your answer, but if you do decide to, I will be more than happy to be the first to welcome you to my realm. There is of course my parents to consider, but I'm confident that we can work that out. Again, there is no rush in deciding now. I believe it will be a few more months before the portal that we came through will close. As for the others, it could be a year or more. Those portals, however, are very far from here. Oh yes, there are portals that lead to
I got a
other realms
webcam
where
on my
other
laptop,
magical
but
beings reside.
I'm not one to want
But
to show
those
my
don't
face.
show any signs of closing.
Like, I'm good.
The war back then was violent, as I was told. Unfortunately, the humans also hunted down your kind that still had these gifts. Yes, I'm sure you're very familiar with the Crusades and witch trials, correct? Well, through the humans' violent history with war, the remaining magical beings retreated to these portals. It was only recently that humans started to lose touch with themselves, and what magic there is left in your realm is dying. And since then, our kind has kept to ourselves. The kings and queens have ruled that no human shall pass through the portals. Hence our slight problem. But I have always been curious about your realm. How you humans evolved so much further than most had thought. Some even said that you humans would return to living like your first ancestors, that used crude weapons before they knew magic. How wrong they were. Well, they did forbid anyone
Same
to
here.
venture into their realm.
I've got mine taped over.
I just had to see for myself before the
Because I'm like,
portals started closing up.
I'm not showing my face.
And
I've used it
to be
on
perfectly
calls,
honest,
but those are
if
like
I
with
happened to be
friends
caught
that
with
I
a
know.
closed portal behind me, then I would probably prefer that than taking the throne here anyway. They don't understand how suffocating the life that was chosen for me would be. But I do not believe my life is predestined. I'll create my own future. Fate be damned. Oh, sorry. Life as a royal heir is a lot more complicated than most may think, let alone the stress as an only child to succeed the throne. Oh, don't worry about that. Right now we need to figure out more about your lineage. If I'm right, you're part of the lost clan that chose to live with the humans. And if so, you could definitely be of royal blood. The only problem is finding a way to trace it back to them. I'm sure my father or even the library would hold more information. My father, King Adamir Galen, is hosting a royal gathering tonight. The focus is on the portals, but there may be more to it than just that. So I can take the opportunity to leave the gathering early to visit the library and see what I can find out. Of course, I'll have Victor there to assist me. Oh, thank you for wanting to help me, but I'm afraid that it would be most difficult for you to move about while I'm at the royal gathering. Even when I introduce you to my parents and hopefully get their consent, I doubt the other royals would feel the same. don't worry. When I do introduce you to them, I will be there to protect you. I pledge my life on it. Now, the plan is for you to meet my mother first. She's a lot more reasonable than my father, and she may be on our side to help convince him. So you need to trust me with this plan, okay? But first, I think a change of clothing will help make this work better. Enter.
Excuse me, my prince. The king has gone to the solarium to finish his plans for the evening's events. I have informed the queen that you wish a private meeting with her. The queen states that she will see you in her sitting room for tea at noon.
Good, Victor. Will you please assist the Silme in finding her attire before she meets the queen? We need to make sure that she looks presentable for this plan to work.
I had anticipated
You saying I look
your
like a
request
hobo?
and
You
will
saying I
assist
look
in
like a
all that you
hobo?
ask of me, my prince.
Ah, these freaking
Excellent.
princes.
I can always count on you to figure out the details. Now, I need to go see my mother.
Miss Asilme, if you would allow me, here are a few outfits that I believe would do the trick. Over there is a changing curtain. I'll assist in giving my opinion on each outfit once you've tried them all on.
Oh, okay.
Try the next one. I feel I need to tell you, which I'm sure you may have gathered by now, that things are very much different here than in your realm. So having an audience with the king and queen is quite an honour, but you must keep in mind to follow the prince's orders to the letter. Otherwise it could spell trouble for not only you, but for the prince as well. Turn around. Oh, I don't think so. Try another. Prince Adreson is putting his title on the line by dragging you here and allowing you to stay as his guest. Yeah, I've served the prince for many years. We've become almost friends. Well, as much as it's possible for a servant and his master to be friends, I suppose. But he knows he can count on me. I am
Pretty
nothing
much.
if not
That's my
loyal.
catchphrase now is,
There is
hey-oh.
nothing I wouldn't do to protect him.
I love it. Because I'm a Borderlands nerd.
That dress
That's
suits you
why.
better. Yeah, I'm sure that will work.
Steve from Borderlands 2. Ugh.
Victor, how are things here?
Yeah, pretty
My
much.
prince, I believe this dress suits Mrs. Zimmerman
Pretty much.
the best. If she shared more features, she could almost
I
pass
believe
as
it
an elf
fits
herself.
my personality too. Just simply that.
Well,
And I've even started
Yes.
saying it
but
in
I
public
believe her
now
to be
when
quite
I'm around
alluring
people.
already, Victor.
So
for a human,
I'm
of
glad
course.
it's adapted well. People automatically know. It's like, oh,
the
it's
queen
April.
is waiting. Shall we?
Ah,
Mrs.
use my name.
Silme?
Oh no. I was wondering when that was gonna happen. Now everybody knows.
Now, I've informed my mother that I've brought a guest and that you are under my
Oh.
protection. So she
No,
is
I
willing
start
to meet.
doing
the only
drum
rule
beats with
is
my
don't
fist while I'm
speak
on the sandwich
unless she
board.
asks
Like if
you
I'm bored and I'm not
directly,
doing anything,
and bow
I just
when you greet her.
start making beats.
Above all, trust me.
It's like music. It's like I
I
constantly
will make
hear
sure
music in
no
my head. It
harm
doesn't shut off.
Comes to you.
So everything that I've heard as far as music-wise is continuously playing in my head. So that's why I have like over 6,000 songs to date on my hard drive alone, not including the stuff
Your
that's in my
Majesty.
YouTube playlist.
Queen
Jeez.
Arleia Galen.
It keeps growing.
May I
Holy
present
crap, it
Prince
keeps growing.
Adreson and Miss Asilme.
My queen.
Yeah, pretty much.
This
I
is
think
the
in
guest
math.
I spoke of.
I should say that. I think in math
No need to be
because I
forward,
love
my son.
numbers.
Lift your head, Mrs.
So
Silme.
I'll sit here
Adreson,
and like
please tell me how you came to
like
bring
right
her
now
here
it's
and the consequences
Jesus
of
fucking
such
Christ. It's
action.
3:43.
Yes, about
Okay.
that. She was running
To
from a
understand my
criminal human
frustration
that
at
wished
this,
her harm
I
for
will
not
constantly
using her
see
gifts
numbers
for
that are
his
in a
gain.
certain pattern.
I don't know how.
Like
but
right now,
she was
343.
able to see me.
Or it would be like
So you snuck out of the
1001
castle and through a human realm
or
portal,
1221.
seen by Mrs.
It's just
Silme,
repeating
who was running
patterns
from a
like this.
human
I
that
would
may not
constantly
only
see
seen
them.
you, but could have also harmed you and put the elder realm in
And
danger.
Mother.
sometimes with
I-
these numbers, I'd add them.
Yes, I'm sorry
And-
for going against the royal decree.
Yeah, pretty much.
However, you did tell me that she was able to see you and that she was being hunted down because of her gifts. Mrs. Silme, sit beside me. Let me have a
Yes.
good look at you.
Oh my gosh. That's something else I love. I
Victor,
love EDM.
Please.
I'll listen
If you
to
would be
that
so
all
kind
the
to serve the
time.
tea.
I never get enough of it.
course, Your Majesty.
But no, it's like for 343, so 3, 3, and 4. So that's 10.
Now, if you would, Mrs.
10
Silme, I
in
could rather guess that my son has devised a plan to have you stay
in the
as a
sense
guest
of a
here.
numerology type
And
of
from
thing.
his seriousness, he
is
means
basically
defend
to
me
better
regardless of
explain
my
it, the beginning and
husband's
the
or my own
end.
decision. That
So it's
human
kind of
that
like
was hunting you,
1 represents
I
the
take it
beginning
he's
of a
the type
journey,
to
whereas
not
0
take no for an
represents the
answer.
ending of a journey and possibly the
see.
beginning of a new one.
Any gifts?
So
Can you tell me more about
I'll
them?
see stuff like this, or I'll use the information
Oh,
to match up the number
so
to a
clairvoyance
tarot
in
card in
telekinesis.
the
But
deck
you use
of
this
the
object
major
as
arcana.
spirit board in
And
order to do
it's-
divinations for others.
It's interesting how
Are you
stuff like
able
this
to
pops
divine your
up
own
and
path?
coincides with
doubt that.
everything
A divination is tricky like
in
that.
what's going on in my
I
life.
could tell she's too kind to use her gifts.
It's just
for her
paying
own
attention
gain.
to the signs,
Otherwise,
basically.
the criminal would not have been able to hunt her down.
So, yeah.
I see.
Seeing
Then I
numbers
was
like
right
this,
to
and I'm like,
rescue you
oh,
from that
damn it.
criminal.
It's like the deja vus.
No,
I'll
my
have deja
son, he
vus,
wouldn't
like,
have
all
let
the
him harm
time.
you anyway. He likes to play the princely hero ever since he was young.
What my mother is trying to say is that I would have protected you because that's what princes do, and I wouldn't allow a mere human criminal to do as he pleases in my presence.
Of course you wouldn't, my dear.
Mm.
Mrs. Silme, I must ask you, are you sure you want to stay as a guest? Given the
Think anybody
circumstances with the
that
portals,
has
mind you,
That kind
I'm
of
sure
open-minded
my son may
sense
have explained
to
the situation regarding them. So
Ah.
settled. The only thing I ask is that you attend the royal gathering as our guest.
Mother,
yeah,
are you sure that's wise?
Do you doubt your
a little bit of
mother?
OCD at that point.
I
Yeah.
think after I've
I'm the
talked with
same
your
way
father,
too. I
you'd
have
be
a
more
certain
than
order
willing
to
welcome
things,
Mrs.
and if
Silme
it's a
as
little
our
bit
guest.
off, I'm like, I gotta
Since you
kind of
have
fix
agreed,
that,
We shall take good care of you
or
during
it's
this
not
day.
going to, or I can't focus on
Victor,
what I need to
Make
focus
sure she
to.
is fitted for the gathering. I will go and speak with your father, Mrs. Silme. It has been a pleasure
Something else I've
meeting you.
noticed in my audio
And do you wish to
recordings,
spend
it's
more
actually
time with you
gotten
in the
better
future?
as far as
My queen.
the audio quality, because I switched to the mic instead of using my video game headset to record all the audio. So
I'm
The-
sorry if my mother
yeah.
has embarrassed you in any way. I certainly think she is
it's
up
still a
to
USB
something, but
connection.
I did get her blessing
but
to allow
it's
you
still-
to stay here as a guest.
Still pretty good for what I need it to be.
She will
It's
be
allowed
able
me to actually use my
father.
really good headphones, which is basically
Shall I have the
bass
fitting done,
induced
Mrs. Silme?
I'm sure you
noise
already have
cancellation
the measurements
earbuds.
by now.
I
Just
love these
make sure
things
the
because
outfit suits her.
I love
Of course,
the
my
bass and
prince.
music.
It shall be done.
And then of course the mic is here, so I really have better audio quality as far as like for my streams and stuff like that.
Quite difficult.
So that makes things easier for that, and I could always adjust it and move it about.
Nevertheless, I would be
The only
honored
problem
if you
is
would
that
accompany
because I'm
me
confined
as
in
my
such a
guest.
tiny little bitty space,
Wonderful.
that the arm really
When
doesn't
Victor
have too much
returns,
room to
make
move
sure to
to
allow
where
him
I've,
to do his
where I've
work.
attached it at.
He has an
It's
eye
about
for
the
it.
only place I could
I
attach
need
it
to
without it
prepare myself as well, especially
falling all
if
over the
we are to
place.
meet my father
Because I was going to have it
together.
hang from a ring on on the coat
Dear
hanger
Prince,
rack,
Mrs. Gilmay, I have
that's
her
in the
outfit
closet,
tailored and ready
but
for
it
her.
didn't work too
The
well.
king's
So I was like,
servant has
I got to
informed me
stabilize
that he
this
is ready to see you both once
because
you've
otherwise it's not
changed.
going to stay.
Asiome, please allow Victor to the changing room. I will wait for you here once you're done.
Mrs. Gilmay, if you will be kind enough to follow me.
I am full.
I have your wardrobe set up. I shall wait for you here. Everything should fit for you perfectly now.
I'm starting to get the itis. I had some really good wings.
Yes, I work
And a
fast.
BLT
Bit of
sandwich.
elf magic. You'll soon get used to how we do things around here. Well, I must say, I've outdone myself this time. Sit over here. I need to fix your hair. There we go. Look at you. Not even a need for makeup.
Can't get this fucking line. Do, 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 do.
Let's not keep the prince waiting, shall we?
Okay. Let's try it this way.
Prince Adrezen, Mrs. Gilmay is ready.
Well, you look quite mesmerizing, Asiome. No doubt in my mind that you must be an elf descent. Thank you, Victor.
My prince.
Oh yes, meeting the king. My father, King Adamar, is considered the head of the royal clans. The royals that are gathering are other head figures with their family to attend. My mother is to lead in entertaining the guests, whilst my father will be holding a meeting to discuss the portals with the other head figures. I do think, however, that there is something more to it than just that. And when you see him, he might help figure out which clan you're from. The father will want to check for himself.
Ooh. Moose. Speaking of drinking, where's my Baileys? Gonna take a shot of my Baileys.
This
Yeah.
way, Mrs. Gilmay. Try not to be too intimidated
Oh God, this
by
is so
the
good.
king. He may seem severe at
It's
times,
red
but
velvet
that is
flavored
just
Baileys.
his upbringing. He's actually
Oh.
a very kind and noble king
Mm-hmm.
and father. A little old-fashioned, perhaps, but my mother keeps him in check well enough, and of course offers guidance. He may be a little stubborn with me, He won't be best pleased that I left the castle again, let alone brought back a human against the royal decree, but he listens to my
Oh
mother's
my
counsel
gosh.
and respects her enormously. So often it is really the women who
Sorry,
pull the
Gary.
strings from the background.
I'm an alkie.
Perhaps that
Not
is
really,
the case
but-
in your realm as well.
But yeah, I like alcohol. I'm very
Here we
particular
are.
about my alcohol, but I
We
like
will
alcohol.
wait here until the king
It helps with the pain. It just-
summons us.
I don't like the effects of what it does to a liver, so I can't drink as much as I want.
Yes, my queen. Victor informed me that there was something you wished to discuss.
Indeed, my king. There has been an interesting
That is
turn of
understandable.
events.
I mostly smoke
Well,
to make things
go on.
bearable,
A reason
And it
paid
helps,
another visit to the human
especially
realm.
with my
you
attitude.
what?
Because
Oh,
if you don't
For
know,
goodness sake,
I-
that boy
I
will
suffer
be the
from
death
depression.
of us all. Can you not keep a closer eye
And
on him? He is the heir to the throne.
it sucks,
It is high time he outgrew
but I've got my
this
own way of
rebellious
coping
streak.
with it, I guess.
His rebellious nature
So-
will indeed have to be kept in check. But
I have my
that is
ways
not
of dealing
what I
with
wanted to
it.
discuss.
Then what on earth is all this about?
He brought a
Yeah,
human
I
back
suffer
through
from
with
a
him.
What?
major depression disorder.
That boy, where is this human?
I had her
It might not
installed in
show,
the guest
but
quarters.
yeah, I
Well,
do suffer
send her
from
back,
it. But
for
I,
heaven's
like I
sake.
said, I've
This
got
is all we need. with
ways
the
of actually
meeting
coping
tonight.
with it,
What
and
on
one of
earth
them
were
is
you
just basically
thinking?
rationalizing
My
everything.
queen. She claims gifts,
So,
of which I thought would be of
I
great
know,
interest
right?
to us.
Because
Gifts?
I
What
don't
kind of
think I should.
gifts?
I go through
Well,
my thing,
Besides her ability to see all kind,
and I don't like
gifts of clairvoyance
burdening
and
others
telekinesis.
with my crap, because in the end it's like me
Lord.
again rationalizing it down
Indeed.
that I'm just feeling this way
It
because
can't be.
I feel
Surely.
unmotivated, or I feel
I
like
took
I'm not
the
good
liberty
enough.
of
I gotta
inviting her to
figure
the
out
gathering tonight.
what can I do
You
to
did
solve that.
what?
So I
My
basically
queen, if the
I'm
rebels
drawing,
get to know of
I'm
this,
writing,
it will strengthen their
I'm
cause. They are already
trying
claiming the
to
prophecy of the
do
great
what I
heir
can to
as
be like,
their own.
if I don't do this, then
Exactly.
obviously,
But
yeah, that
King,
would end up being true.
prophecy did
I'm
not
doing
leave
nothing
any doubt
with
that the heir would
my
return,
life at this
only
point.
whether that the heir
So,
would bring the light or
That
the
would be a
darkness.
reason to be
look
depressed.
at the
But if
child.
I'm doing all this
Decide
and
for
people
yourself
are liking
which
what
she
I'm
is more likely
doing
to bring.
and I'm
If you
enjoying
agree
what
with
I'm
my
doing,
assessment,
I have no
let them
reason
see
to
that the
be
prophecy is on our
depressed,
side.
know?
She is
But
fleeing a
sometimes it gets
human
to the
criminal
point to
in her
where
realm
it's
who wished to use her gifts for his own corrupt ends.
to the
I have
point to where
therefore
I get
offered her
very suicidal.
sanctuary here.
And thank you.
Sensible
Thank you very much.
precaution. I
But
agree.
yeah, it gets to that point,
This is all very late
and
in the
I get
day.
those dark
The
thoughts.
gathering is about to start.
And I'm like, nope. I've got people
Very
depending
well.
on me.
Invite them to see me, but
I've got
it
people
will have to
who
be
I
immediately.
probably haven't even met
Already have.
that
I knew time was of the
have not
essence,
come
and I
across my
anticipated your
stuff,
wise
or haven't
response
come
in
across me
advance.
rather,
Of
that
course.
could change
did.
something in their life
Besides, a lady needs
to
time
make
to prepare.
them realize the potential in their own lives. You know, I want to be that spark that helps them grow
My prince.
as a person,
The
you
king
know?
and queen will see you
So I'm like,
now.
there's,
Thank you.
I know, and it's just, I do it because I think
This
somebody
way.
else,
This
even
way.
though I might not feel like
Just
I'm worth
trust
crap,
me. I will
there's somebody
protect you
else who
with my
probably
life.
is.
There is
And if
nothing
I could
you
help
need to fear.
push them in the right direction, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep going at it so I could see that person and be like, hey, I believe in you.
King
You can do it.
Armourhouse,
I know you
may
can.
I present to you
It's there. You just don't
Miss
see it just
a
yet.
seal may?
I see it plain as day. It's written
Is
right
this
all
the
over you.
human
You're
that the
awesome.
queen has informed me
You know, stuff like that.
Why,
So,
yes. Her name is Seal May. I had thought that maybe...
of. Thank you, Adrison.
thank you.
Mrs. Sealmay, please rise and look into my eyes.
So, be the Keanu Reeves you
I'll
can be.
here to make sure.
Yes,
A
the Tory.
pleasure,
Duh.
Mrs. Sealmay. Look into my eyes.
But, yeah.
That's right.
If I could help improve upon
I'm
their
only
lives, I'm
going
going to
to
be there
peer
for
into
them,
your
you know?
mind to
Even if
see
I had,
what
like I
you
said, even
brought
if I
me
haven't met
here.
them yet.
Just
'Cause you never know.
relax to the sound of my
They could be
voice
that
as you
next
go
person that
back to the
actually
day that caused
saves the
you
world, you know?
to
From
run.
its utter chaotic destruction, which at
Excuse
times
me.
like this, I
Are you
sometimes
the
think it's
Devushka
almost
that can read
like
the
just
fortunes?
let it happen, because
How about
people,
you
I feel like
read
people
mine?
never want to change.
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I wasn't
I know.
asking. Men,
So yeah, I just keep doing what I'm doing. But yeah, sometimes I get to the point where it's like,
Worry.
these
It's only
people,
a memory.
these selfish,
Just
greedy,
relax.
greedy ass
Let us
people
move
who
to
only
another
care about their
memory
own
much
selves.
closer.
I want them to be able to wake up and realize, you know,
Devushka.
what they're really doing, what their impact to
Come.
the world is,
Sit.
you know,
I insist.
and become
Now,
better
from
for
what
it.
my men have told
But
me,
people
you
want to
use
keep
a
that wool over
Ouija
their
board
eyes,
to
and I hate
make
that.
predictions, yes?
I know I'm rambling right now. I should be drawing, but I'm rambling because I
Ben,
love talking when it comes to
bring
stuff like
her
this. I
board.
mean, I might not bring any
She
political or
must
religious things
demonstrate
into my
her
streams,
abilities and
because that's
tell
a
me my
loaded
future
topic right there, and I
plans.
don't like the drama that surrounds it. But sometimes it's unavoidable, and it happens, and we can just move on from that subject.
It's
So,
just
you know.
a memory. Nothing more. Nothing to fear.
Yeah,
Now, relax.
and they don't have that.
Everything will
I don't
be
think they have the
alright.
ability to really
Let's move
understand
even
what's really going
closer.
on in their lives. They would rather have, yeah,
What do you mean she
Um,
got away?
but I think
You better
people
find
just
her or else.
would rather
There.
live with
She is in the
wool
forest.
over their eyes, because it's so much easier to let go of their own free will than it is to think with it, because thinking with it makes them feel like they have to do something, and they don't want to do it again, you know? Or the change is so scary, they are afraid of the outcome. They're afraid of failing if it happens, you know? And for me, don't be afraid to fail, because that's how you learn. That's how you
Right
grow.
now, open your
If you keep
eyes
making those
to
same
see
mistakes, then you're just
Here.
going to be stuck in the loop.
Rest
Break
now.
out of that fucking loop.
I must apologize
And
going through those.
Realize your
memories.
potential,
I
you know?
They were very painful. It
I'm
must
getting
have
distracted
been
by
very
the
taxing
video that's
for you.
playing in the background. It's messing up my
Well,
ability to
you
speak.
are
My
more than
dyslexia is
welcome
getting the
to
best of
stay
me,
here
because
as
all I want to
guest
do is
if
just
you
talk, and
choose it.
I have to
And
pause in between my
whilst here,
sentences, because if
you
not,
will
it's going to
remain
sound all
under my
fucking
protection.
weird.
And of course, Adrieson's.
Yes, change is always
no
a good
one
thing.
shall harm you.
Always a good thing.
Adrieson, I must speak with you for a moment. Silme, if you would pardon us and rest here.
Pardon me.
Yes, Father. Silme, I'll be right back.
Adrieson, the timing of her being here with her gifts and the gathering, Adrieson, this is no mere coincidence. However, to make
I want to say it's like
assumptions
Asilme knows that y'all are talking about her, right? She could still hear, right?
But Mother had demanded that she attended the gathering. I would rather skip the gathering and just...
We cannot stop the gathering. Plus, your mother
Oh,
has
yes,
convinced me that
there is a
attending the
lighter
gathering is
involved.
the best course of action. To let everyone
Yes,
know
I am
that
smoking.
she is under our protection.
It helps.
But, Father,
the smoking
there will
helps.
be those at the gathering who will not be pleased that a human is lodging with
I
us.
can keep lighting it.
Idrison, these people are our allies. We need to be upfront and honest with them.
Little
It's
ASMR lighting.
the best way. Besides, she is who we suspect she is. From the past.
Yes, Father. I understand that.
Once this gathering is over, we will address
I
this
tried to lower.
further. I know there is information.
I try to
in your
lower the mic
library.
volume so the lighter doesn't
If
pick
this
up.
is part of a prophecy, then we must be sure of what lies before us.
Aw,
I understand.
it's okay, Bo.
I'll stay by her side and protect her.
Sire, the royal guests have arrived.
If you need to go and do what you need to do, go ahead and do it.
Our time here is
Don't let me
short.
stop you, man.
Do as the Queen insists and allow Asilme a place at our table tonight. Guard her well, Idrisin. Victor, make sure the guests are well taken care of and given quarters until the time of everyone gathering in the main hall.
As you wish, sire.
I must apologize again, Mrs. Asilme. My son shall escort you to the gathering, and I must advise you to stay by his side throughout the evening. Once the other royals have departed, you may move about the castle freely. I only say this as I cannot guarantee any actions that they do when there is no one around. Idrisin, make sure she never leaves your sight. I will see you both at the gathering.
Of course, Father. Miss Asilme, are you all right? I must apologize for my father's actions. He means well in wanting to protect the realm. During the Great War, he was only a child when his father and mother made the decree on banning humans from entering. But now that we have his blessing, that means you can be safe here while we figure out a way to keep that criminal human away from you. I'm sorry about all that. I didn't want you to have to remember that vile man. I'm sorry. I just wish you weren't being pushed into going into the gathering like this. I would rather keep you as far from the royals as possible. I just want to keep you safe while you are here. Oh. Are you sure you want to stay? Well, yes, the portal will still be open for a few more months. Oh, Mrs. Sealmay, this is wonderful news indeed. I don't know why, but I just want to show you everything and experience everything this realm has to offer. I want to protect you from anything that comes your way. Maybe that sounds old-fashioned to you, but I'm sorry. I'm just so excited that you decided to stay. I have so little contact with anyone outside the royal court.
Ooh.
It's quite
I wanna
refreshing and
see what you get to,
I
Bo.
have to say, I find your company quite enchanting. I'm sure my father almost has all the guests in the main hall by now. Let's at least keep the promise to my mother and show up. Miss Asilme, it would be my honor as Prince Idrisin Galen to welcome you to my realm and to my home. Take my hand, and we shall be off.
Excuse me. Let you know that I'm alive. I'm a dork.
And there they all are, Asilme. My father, who you have already met, King Armoraus. He will be heading the discussions. And there is my mother, of course, who you have already met as well, Queen Arleia. Those over there are the clan Sulanta, and next to them, the clan Ealug, and next to them, clan Eelfas. We are the last of the remaining clans. The ancient war with the humans
All right,
reduced
Gary.
us in numbers greatly.
Talk to you later, man. Nice for
Some
you stepping
merged,
in.
and others that refused ended up dying out long ago. Oh, yes, the Lost Clan. Well, tale has it that the Lost Clan was the one that sought to make peace with humans one last time. However, they never returned. Many thought that the clan was killed by the humans, but I think differently. And seeing you, well, I believe you may be the last living member. My father, he will help us find out if that is indeed possible. For now, I just want you to enjoy the evening with me. I mean, we'll have plenty of time to enjoy ourselves tonight.
Everyone, if you would please, the feast is ready to be served. Let us go and enjoy.
Ah, there he is, my old friend, Prince Idrissen. It's good to see you again. And who, pray tell, is this fine creature? Allow me to introduce you to Mrs. Sealmay. Mrs. Sealmay, this is Prince Elewin of the clan Eelfas that I was showing you earlier. Mrs. Sealmay is a welcome guest in our home. Miss Sealmay, huh? And a human. Idrissen, have you gone insane? Why is she here amongst royalty? Miss Sealmay is under the protection of the Galen clan. Permission granted by King Armoraus and Queen Arleia, as well as my own. Well, it has to be said, she does have quite some beauty. Even if she is a mere human. You must be as remarkable as you look, Mrs. Sealmay, to have convinced the king
See,
to offer
that's
you
why I
protection
use,
against the royal decree.
What is it?
That she most certainly
Minimize
is.
all of
Anyway.
these.
Very
Lightworks.
interesting
I use
indeed.
Lightworks, and Lightworks
So
is
many
free.
questions. They will have to wait, Prince Elewin. We mustn't keep the others waiting. Mrs. Sealmay, if you would be my guest.
So if you
I
get a
would love for
chance,
you to try
I'd
some
suggest
of the best
downloading
foods our
Lightworks
cooks
because
have
it's a really
prepared
good
for you
program.
tonight.
Really good. That's
Come
what I
this
use
way.
for all my editing.
Fine, if you insist. I've got all night. Let's sit over here, near the king.
Actually, it is like super simple,
Everyone,
and it
thank
actually
you for
has
coming
tutorials
this
and everything.
eve. We gather this evening to
'Cause
remember
it's literally just
what
drag
was
and drop.
lost, gained, and blessed with. The ancient war has
And
left many scars
it's been,
upon
like,
many lives, but it's
since
up to us
2004
to help heal
or
those
2005 since I've
And
messed
wounds.
with,
Through the darkness
video
that our
editing
clans
software
have
program,
faced in the past,
and I used
we
Adobe
have
Premiere,
emerged into the light of
and
a
that
new
is a
age.
beast to learn. Well, back then it was a
May
beast to
our
learn. It's
swords
possibly
rust
simpler
and
now.
our loyalty never wane.
But I,
Blessed be our clans, and may fortune
it was a while
always
when I
smile
stepped into doing video
upon
editing
us.
for the first time.
Let
And
us
I was
enjoy
surprised
the
at how
evening
easy it
feast,
was.
and
All I
Queen
literally had to do was
Arlea
drag and
will
drop
host
all the
night
items that I needed for the video
festivities.
project and just kind of like put it into place. It literally comes with
Well,
all the
yes,
features
Asile
at your
May.
little
It is
fingertips
quite a spread,
as far
I
as
have to
like
agree.
dissolves and stuff
I'm
like
looking
that.
forward to showing
Or if you
you
need to
all
make
our
a cut,
finest riches.
it's easy enough to make a cut
This
because you
wine,
could just
for
highlight a
example,
certain
is
area
a
and
type
then
of
just
sweet
kind of cut
berry
it to
grown
what
in
you
our
need it.
fields.
Um,
The first course is some of the fruits and breads grown and baked here.
but it's a free
Here,
software,
try
and
this.
for things that I didn't
That's a
understand, which
donut.
like the video effects that I did in some of the
Sweet, yet
videos,
sour,
I was
and
able to
black as
find
a
those
tongue.
easily on YouTube
And then there is this.
to figure it
This
out.
is made from.
Oh, Idrison. I'm sure she doesn't want to be force-fed everything at the table like a child.
Miss Asile May is obviously new to the realm.
Yeah.
As host,
Yeah,
I
it
only
literally
wish to have
takes
her
not even
enjoy
that
the
long,
best
and
we
the
have to
rendering
offer.
for
And smothering
Oh, okay,
her with
well,
boring topics is how
um,
we welcome
I'm not sure
someone
how
to this
fast it
realm
renders
first.
for you, but for me, it's
A much more
half the time of
interesting
the video.
topic is how Mrs. Asile
Um,
May is able
when
to
I was
enjoy
rendering the
lovely
2-hour
view that's
videos for
dying
the
across from
ambiance
her
thing,
now.
Well, she is
it
quite
took
gifted
anywhere
in her
between
own
an
right,
hour
and thus
to an hour
has
and
the
45
ability
minutes
to see
to
us.
render for a 2-hour video,
Oh,
which
very
I'm surprised at
interesting.
how well it did,
Even to the
and I'm
point
sure it'd
of
probably
our
be a hell
High
of a lot
King
faster
and
once I
Queen
actually get a
granting her
decent
sanctuary.
desktop set
Even
up
though
that has the
we
resources to
decided
really
that
pull
Mrs.
to
Silmay
render
shall
that
be given
faster.
sanctuary given the current status of the portals.
Sorry about that.
She shall be a representative of her kind whilst she is here. And was requiring a human representative necessary in discussing the portal's closing? I rather think that discussing the matter now would defeat the purpose of the meeting to be held later on. I'm sure your father will fill you in on the outcome of the discussions, Eluan. But for now, let's enjoy the festivities.
Oh, I believe in you,
Queen
Bo.
Arlea has the
You can do
evening
it.
planned out for us after dinner. As you wish, King Armoraus.
That will indeed be something to enjoy, Mrs. Seal May. That is, if you feel up to going to it afterwards. I don't want to overtire you.
Oh, come on. Please, tell me you humans aren't as fragile as Idrison appears to believe.
I'm sure the Queen won't reconsider you attending the evening festivities, given everything you've been through tonight.
Does he always treat you like a child?
It is called being a gentleman, Eluan.
Or, alternatively, an overprotective boar?
Excuse his manners, Mrs. Seal May.
But you didn't let her answer the question. Will you be attending the festivities later, Mrs. Seal May?
As you wish, then. I shall be your guide through the evening.
And, if you feel the evening is quite dull, you can always accompany me instead. I can ensure that you get a proper royal welcome, Mrs. Seal May.
She already has a date, Eluan.
Fellow kingsmen, the evening has only just begun. Queen Arlea will have more festivities waiting for you in the garden courtyard, outside. If you would please, Queen Arlea will guide everyone into the garden. My fellow kingsmen, please follow me to the council chamber,
Better save
as
this.
planned. Idrison, Prince Eluan, and esteemed guest, Mrs. Seal May, I do hope you enjoy the rest of the night. Now, if you would excuse
Oh gosh,
me, King
I don't know what's going
Armoraus.
on.
Well, Mrs. Seal May, if you are still sure you want to go to the garden. Oh my, Mrs. Seelmay. It must be tiring having to deal with Prince Adreson doting on you. Perhaps you would rather I show you the garden instead? Very well. Then we shall both escort you. This way. Feisty. I like you more and more by the second. I can quite see why King Armorhouse would invite you to stay. The garden. Well, when we met the king, the garden was not far from there and could be seen from the windows. Yes, that was it. In fact, Prince Elewin and I would often play there as young children. Yeah, and I distinctly remember you crying quite often as we played through the maze. Of course, you would get lost and turn around quite often. And I remember you cheating by using your magic to always win. Me? I would never use our royal magic for something so trivial as cheating. Clan Ilfas does not condone using such lowbrow tactics as that. I feel that has wounded me coming from you, Adreson. I somehow doubt that. Here we are. It seems the Queen has set up some social games, and the maze is set for the evening. Did you want to walk through the maze with me? Wonderful. Then, shall we? Hey, I've just had a thought of the most wonderful game we could play. What do you say, Mrs. Seelmay? Would you be up for some fun? And what kind of game are you proposing? Well,
Nah, I believe it's gonna
I
work
thought
for
we
you,
might
man.
play one of the games we did as children. Reminiscing about our childhood has made me want to play hide and seek again. Plus, I still doubt you would be able to beat me now any more than you did then. I'm not sure we should. I was thinking more of... Mrs. Seelmay, are you sure? I don't want you to overdo it after everything you've... Then, it's settled. Shall we, Mrs. Seelmay? Hey, I've had another idea. Oh, and there it is. I knew you had something else planned, Elewin. I propose a wager between myself and Prince Adreson. Use of our magic is allowed in the maze, of course. Let me guess. In
Well,
order to win, someone
I can't
will
wait
have
to
to
see it.
find Mrs.
So-
Seelmay. Well, obviously we will have to escort the lovely Mrs. Seelmay to the center of the maze if we find her. Afterwards, we send a spark of our house crest into the air once we're there. I think perhaps not. Worried you'll lose? Most certainly not. But Mrs. Seelmay is to stay by my side. My father... Oh, such a daddy's boy and such a spoiled sport. Miss Seelmay is under my protection. She needs me. And here I was, thinking she was a strong and powerful human to have come across into this realm. How about we let her decide? What do you say, Mrs. Seelmay? Ha! You see, I knew she was a good sport. So, shall we begin? We'll give you a head start and count to 20. Wait. You haven't said what we are wagering. Oh, yeah. The wager. Let's see. How about we wager where Mrs. Seelmay shall stay whilst being a representative of her race here? Of course, her protection, ruled by High King Armorhouse, shall be honored by the Ilfas clan. Most certainly not. Oh, such a spoiled sport. Don't you think, Mrs. Sealmay? I'm sure, being a representative of the humans, you would need to appear to each of our clans if that is what King Armorouse has planned. I don't like this one bit. I'm not wagering that. She is not an object to be wagered as such. No one ever said she was an object. What do you say, Mrs. Sealmay? Ha! I knew it. I love her style. So, it's decided. The victor shall receive a prize of Mrs. Sealmay's choosing. We had prior plans. Very well, if you insist, Mrs. Sealmay. Great. Then let's begin. If you're sure, we'll count to 20 and then follow on after. See you soon. Let's go. What's the meaning of this? Explain yourself, Prince Eluin.
I've done nothing to her. She just started running from...
Not from the looks of it.
I did nothing to her. I did
I shouldn't
not.
have agreed to this. Mrs. Sealmay,
Oh, hi,
Now,
Mark.
listen here. I only found her like this. She was frightened by something she saw in the water fountain. Ran into me.
Why would she run from a water, little Dabushka? I told you you could run, but I would find you.
Got you. Oh, Mrs. Sealmay, you're shaking. Why were you running from the fountain? Tell me what's wrong, Mrs. Sealmay.
I was saying, fuck this shit, I'm
Mrs.
out.
Sealmay, is everything okay? What's the meaning of this? Explain yourself, Prince Eluin.
I've done nothing to her. She just started running from...
Not from the looks of it. I shouldn't have agreed to this. Mrs. Sealmay,
Now, listen here. I only found her like this. She was frightened by something she saw in the water fountain. Ran into me.
Why would she run from a water fountain?
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to figure out before you came rushing in, assuming that I did something to the poor human. Speaking of which, don't think I believe for a second that she is some human representative.
No,
to
I was
just
joking.
come here to help
There was a
with our
certain
realm.
part in the audio that
Believe what you
basically
want.
had
I think Mrs.
Elwyn
Sealmay-
asking, it's like,
No.
why were you running from
This
the
human is
the
able
fountain?
to see us
I was like,
just
fuck
fine,
this shit, I'm out.
unlike what we've been told about them. I demand to know who she really is. Right now. Adreesen.
If I tried telling you, you would... Mrs. Sealmay, are you okay? Look, Eluin, now isn't the time. I promised to tell you later, but I think we need to take her back to her room to rest.
Well, I do agree with you there. But don't think I'll forget about this easily.
What was that, Asilme? Stop, Vladimir. I see. Rest, Asilme. You're safe with me. Let me carry you home now. I'm going through the side exit, away from the guests.
Who is this Vladimir?
A vile human who wished to harm her and use her gifts for himself.
I see. And how?
I found her running from him in the human realm. Look, this is not the place nor time to discuss this. I promise you I'll explain it once we...
Here you all are.
My
queen.
queen.
I had sensed something amiss. Poor dear. Quickly, take her to her room. I'll make sure the king is made aware. Victor, please inform the king that our guest has retired for the night and that I wish to speak with him.
Yes, your highness.
I'll attend to the guests and wrap things up early. When you are done, make sure each of the guests be guided to their rooms and accounted for tonight.
Right away, my queen. Ah, my lovely Rose. Quite a sight to see you after the meeting tonight. Victor informed me that Mrs. Sealmay had to retire to her room. I could only guess that the evening was already a bit much for her to take in. But from the look in your eyes, I can tell it's much more than that. Tell me, Alea, what happened?
My shining sun, I too have waited patiently. And yes, the poor dear has fainted after receiving a vision. That's about when I sensed a maliciousness coming from the maze. A treason and Ulwin were carrying her out secretly when I met up with them at the entrance. They're watching over her now, and I'll be there when she awakes to ask what has happened.
Ah, I see. Yet, I think I may have an idea of what clan she may be from. I will search through the texts and scrolls to find out more.
I knew you would have figured out where to start. I shall accompany you after I check on Asome in the morning.
My dear, I sense there is something else that troubles you.
Yes. The maliciousness that was there. It lingered even after they left the maze. I think someone may have spied on them.
Do you suspect one of the royal clans?
It is possible that someone from the royal clans could be assisting the rebels, though I doubt they truly understand what they have stumbled upon.
Even so, that is troubling to know that one of the clans would be involved in this. I'm guessing you have a plan on how to find out.
I do indeed. However, it depends on Adreesen and Elwyn, and if they would play along with the plan.
Just be merciful to them.
Oh, I will.
Shall we retire for the night?
I would go anywhere with you, my love.
Lewin, she's awake now. Oh, good. Now we can get to the bottom of this. You had us worried there for a moment, Asilme.
Indeed.
Now,
My prince, announcing Queen Arlea Galen.
No need for that now. Silme, my dear, how are you feeling? No need to apologize. I'm just glad you're better now. The princes have told me you saw something near the fountain. Would you be able to tell me exactly what you saw?
How is that possible?
I see. At first it was the two of them arguing, and then it was that dreadful Vladimir fellow. Victor, if you would please inform the king straight away. I will be there shortly to help him out in the library, and make sure to have guards posted at the portals as well. Can't be too careful.
Very well, my queen.
Now, you two. I have a task for you both. While we're getting matters taken care of, I want you both to accompany Mrs. Silme today. Show her the neighboring village. I'm sure being cooped up in her room can get dull for a lady.
But, Mother, if the villagers were to see a human...
Let them. When they see that she is being accompanied by two royal princes, no harm shall come to her whilst you both guard her. Correct?
Of course.
Excellent. Now, Silme, you must promise to enjoy the date. Time is of the essence, and I sense a change in the air has come for everyone.
My mother will be the death of me.
No offense, but I thought my mother was manipulative. What is she thinking?
Honestly, I don't know. Yet, somehow, she has a tendency to know what is needed at the right time.
Well, I'm sure Mrs. Silme would consider it an honor to have the chance to know what it is like to go out with someone as elegant and humble as myself.
Lewin, I would think it the other way around.
Oh, Idrison, you weren't the least bit elegant or humble.
I was talking about her, Lewin.
Well, we can at least have some fun with this. Finish the game we had yesterday.
Here we go again. No, Lewin, no games this time. Oh, you're no fun. Fine, no games. But really, that town is so dull. I
Aw.
think the decision is
Okay,
ultimately
Bo.
Mrs. Silme's. What do you say? Very well. Then it is
Well, I hope it
settled.
works out for
We shall
you.
visit Marta. We'll let you get ready and we'll take the carriage there.
God, this place, it's so boring. Can't we just play?
No, games. You agreed. The village near Marta might not have much, but the town centre is known to have the best shops in the kingdom.
Well, you're not wrong. I usually have my servants fetch me the best sweets made that morning at the Ivory Flower.
We can visit any shop you wish. It would be our
Okay.
treat, Mrs. Silme.
Of course it would be. I mean, how would she have any currency if she isn't from our realm to begin with?
That's beside the point. It is a date, is it not?
You didn't have to take that seriously.
Ah, here we are. Coachman, stay here for now. We shall return after some time.
Mrs. Silme, how about I show you the more entertaining parts of the town? Let's dump Mrs.
Mr. Sensible. Don't think I didn't hear that, Eluan. Let's stick to the bakery, shall we? Who said I was trying to hide that from you? I mean, I did win last night. Careful, Eluan. Your ego is showing. And no one won last night. This way to the bakery.
Okay. I feel you. It's like the last couple of days, I just haven't been feeling up to streaming. Because as soon as I got off of work,
Oh my.
I was like,
Prince Idris
too wiped
and
out to
in my
do
shop.
anything.
Oh, please forgive
Pardon
my
me.
rudeness. How may I serve the kingdom?
It's
I should
quite all
possibly
right,
check for my
my dear.
messages.
Please,
Okay.
raise your hand. Hey there. I must say,
But,
I'd never imagined such a lovely woman
Yeah,
as
no,
yourself
I know
to
the feeling.
own as marvelous a shop as this.
Oh, my Prince Llewyn. You flatter me already with your presence, let alone the daily request for my pastries.
Oh, you have the best pastries in town.
Oh, your Royal Highness, you flatter me so.
I only speak the truth.
Pardon me.
I was just mentioning
So
to
many
my friends
yawns.
here of visiting your bakery while I was
It's
in
only
the neighborhood.
4:38.
I told them how great your sugar buns are.
Oh, my Prince Llewyn.
A seal, mate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't be shy. If there is anything
I only
you would
got like
like,
5.5
just
hours of
say
sleep
so.
this morning, so.
Oh, it would be an honour to serve you all, and to celebrate, consider it all on the house. Now tell me, how can I please your palate?
But yeah,
You see, Mrs.
So I'm
Seal,
kinda like,
mate,
meh.
it's not what you know, but who you know, and who you
And
are.
then of course the next several days
Well,
I've got to
take
work.
one of each of your cakes.
Oh, very well, your Majesties.
Mid-shifts.
It's my pleasure. Enjoy them.
Excuse
I've asked them
my
to give me
friend.
more days off,
His
but
greed
it's like
is as large as his ego.
they can't do it right now because they need people there. Because people don't show up. And I just happen to be one of the reliable ones.
Damn it, Idris, son. We could have had that whole shop for free.
Yeah.
How are the cakes, Mrs. Sealmay? How about I get you something to drink, yes? Now we're talking. I was talking about water, Llewyn. Oh, fine. In that case, go and get the lady her
I gotta
water.
fix that with
Don't worry,
Streamlabs.
I'll keep her safe. Thank you, Llewyn. Sealmay, I'll be right back. Did you want something in particular?
Might as well do it right now.
All right. Wait with Llewyn, okay? This way, Sealmay. We can sit over here. I don't know how you can stand it. I mean, he's like a small pup chasing its tail.
Ooh. Can't wait to see it.
Let's sit over there, by the water fountain. Oh, don't worry. I doubt it would happen again while I'm with you. Come on. It's nice here. See? Nothing to worry about. Cheer up. I'm sure Drayson won't be long. I'm quite surprised how quiet the village is, although I'm sure they know of the gathering of royals at the Galing Castle.
Little Davushka. I told you you could run, but I would find you.
Sealmate, are you okay? You look pale.
Oh, Sealmay, what's wrong? Best to take you back if you're feeling lightheaded.
I'll motion for the carriage.
Thank you, Llewyn. Oh, Mrs. Sealmay, it does worry me so, you having all these turns. Oh, I'm sure it will be okay. Try not to fear. Please,
Yes.
take my hand, and we shall return to the castle.
Your Royal Highnesses, Mrs. Seal May, welcome home. The King requests your presence in the library.
Thank you, Victor. Seal May, allow me to help you down. We shall be there
Alrighty,
shortly,
Bo.
Victor.
I'll talk to you
want
later,
to
man.
escort Seal
Thanks
May
for
to
joining
her
my stream.
room to rest.
I really do appreciate it.
Actually, my prince,
If I'm able
the
to
King
catch
seeks
your
the
streams
presence of
tomorrow, I'll
all
catch
three
them
of you.
tomorrow.
Then,
And
it must be
same one on
important.
Sunday too. If I'm
Maybe
able to
they
catch that
found
one on
something
Sunday, I'll
about
be
Mrs.
there.
Seal May.
Yeah, I know.
Agree.
It's just this
I'm
work
sorry,
hour
Mrs.
schedules,
Seal
man.
May.
They
As soon
keep
as we
killing
find
me.
out what it is that my father wishes to speak with us about, I'll make sure you can rest afterwards in your room as much as you need to.
I'll insist with the King myself if I must.
That won't be necessary, Lewin.
It's quite alright, man. I've been wanting to join in on a stream for a while now.
Pardon me, Your Majesty. They have arrived. Ah, thank you, Victor. That is all. Thank you, my king. Jason, Prince Lewin and Mrs. Seal May, good to see you three once again. After the Queen had told me of what had been happening in the maze, we came searching through the old books and scrolls in regard to the clan that Mrs. Seal may have descended from.
So, it is possible. The prophecy.
Indeed.
Why is that so important? It's just an old wives' tale. No one can even agree on what it all means.
But many have agreed on what it means, Lewin.
People will believe whatever they want to believe.
That is the issue. We don't have a clear understanding, or shall I say, a clear translation. The old tombs we've looked through only mention that a descendant will return when the realm is in great peril.
But the only thing that seems wrong are the portals, right?
It's more than just the portals, I'm afraid.
Father, what is it you're not telling us?
I had hoped to not trouble your young brows with such news, but it seems that I must entrust this information with you three. A rogue faction of elves has started causing problems due to the portals, even claiming the current ruling houses must step down from their thrones.
What claim do they have to make such a demand?
That's the thing. They claim that they have the descendant in their possession, and that they are promised to rule once the prophecy comes to pass.
But you think Mrs. Seal May is the real descendant?
That's what we believe. But to confirm such a claim, she would need to be tested.
I see. But I thought you checked her when you first met her. What more must you do?
We must be able to prove without a doubt her lineage. Otherwise, other clans will not believe a human can be a descendant, even with her gifts. What will be required is for a seal May to travel to the Lost Clan's castle. There is a chamber only accessible to royal blood of their clan.
Well, that's all very well, but I doubt she will be able to travel after everything she's been through. I have to agree with Lewin, Father. She needs rest.
I am aware of that, and I do understand. To ask you, Mrs. Seal May, to go so far for us, even as a guest, is, well, asking a lot. I'm sure if there was another way, we would have found it by now. Unfortunately, this is the only means of uncovering your lineage, and to uncover the truth behind the prophecy. You are our only hope during these dark times.
Father, for her to make this decision so suddenly is asking too much of her. Again, I find myself in the unusual position of agreeing with Prince Adreesen, my king.
And I have already taken this into consideration, which is why the clan leaders and myself have gathered to discuss these matters, dealing with the rogues and the darkness they seek to bring throughout the realm. If there was any other way to prevent this from happening, we would have done so already. But, alas, we are in a situation where the prophecy is actually happening regardless of who is involved. Besides, from the Queen's perspective, if Mrs. Sealmay agrees to assist, then the truth shall be uncovered and she shall succeed where we cannot.
Well, even if Mother says so, I cannot agree to it. We can't just force all this upon Sealmay. There have been several instances where the magic in this realm has been too much for her already. Agreed. Even if there is a chance of her having elven blood in her veins, she is still human.
Are you sure about that? It seems that the realm is reacting to just that, and her human features are giving way to that of an elf. Plus, her human lineage is also unknown. It could make sense.
Well, she has changed some since the first time I met her at the gathering. Father, can you please excuse Sealmay and myself for just a moment?
Of course. There are some things I wish to discuss with Prince Lewin.
Thank you, Father. Sealmay, if you would please, follow me. Oh, why must fate be so cruel to someone I care for? Sealmay, I never expected that by rescuing you from your realm and bringing you into mine, that I would be putting you in such danger. Please, forgive me, Oh, Mrs. Sealmay, you should not be thanking me. You're far too pure for this realm, which is why I can't ask you to do this. I'll try to convince my father and mother. Oh, it must have been very difficult growing up without parents, without knowing who your real parents are. But, okay, if you insist. But really, this is far too grand of a gesture for... Oh, Sealmay. All right. Let's tell my father that you are willing to help, then. But wherever you go, I will be by your side to keep you safe. I did promise that to you.
Very well. I shall inform my father of the situation.
Thank you for your assistance, Prince Lewin. I'm sure... Adreesen and Mrs. Sealmay, I hope everything is well. May I ask what you have decided?
Sealmay is quite determined in repaying our kindness by agreeing to help out. However, I must request that I go with her.
I have already considered this, which is why I asked Prince Lewin to accompany you both.
Can't let Prince Adreesen and Mrs. Sealmay go have all the fun. I have been tasked with accompanying you both to our castle, Castle Eelfas, as well as informing my father of what's going on.
Indeed. The ruins of the lost clan is not far from your castle, Prince Lewin. I entrust you to make all the necessary preparations. The Queen and myself will await for your return, as well on what you will discover. I would of course ask for the utmost discretion, as we fear a royal clan may be assisting the rebels. So, to keep appearances, I suggested you three leave today and travel through the portals to Castle Eelfars. Rest the night there before heading to the ruins. Prince Lewin will inform you on the rest of the plan. May fate favour you on your travels.
As you wish, Father. Thank you, my king.
Victor should have everything ready for your departure. Now, please, excuse me as I attend to my royal duties.
Well, things are far worse than I imagined. Well, I'd better go on ahead and inform my father of what's going on. Make all the necessary preparations for your arrival. I trust you'll find your way to the castle, Ardreeson. Of course. Mrs. Seal May is in capable hands. We shall see you later tonight. Mrs. Seal May, it has been an enlightening experience. I shall see you two later. Are you sure you don't want to rest until we get there? I don't mind if you want to. Too excited. I see. All right then. The old castle. From what I understand, it's not far from Lewin's family castle. About an hour's travel. And since there are no closer portals, this is the fastest option to us. And we must be quick. If Mother suspects a royal clan member is helping the rogues, then it is only a matter of time before they figure out where we're going. Oh, but you needn't worry. I shall be by your side to protect you, even with my own life. Oh, yes. Even though the castle may be in ruins, it is still quite intact. So we wouldn't have to worry about anything disastrous. The scrolls and books, however, don't mention where the entrance to the royal room would be, just that only a royal member can gain entrance. My father believes that if you can gain entrance, that will be all the proof there need be. Here's the portal. Hold tight. The portal. A portal is the means of travel for us elves, as well as other magical beings. Mr. Seal May, tell me, what do humans in your realm use to travel long distances? Ah, interesting. I have heard of these metal tubes in the sky. Incredible. You have travelled by aeroplane before? I see. How fascinating. I would love to travel by aeroplane with you, of course. Welcome, Mrs. Seal May and Prince Ardreeson, to Castle Eelfars. If you would take my hand, my lady. Greetings, Lewin. I didn't expect you to welcome us so formally. Father extends his greetings as well as apologies for not being here himself. He was summoned back to Castle Galen to discuss the matters with King Armoros. How unfortunate, but necessary, given the situation that this realm is in. Indeed. Follow me. I shall show you to your rooms, as it's already late in the day, and I'm sure Mrs. Seal May could use the rest. Very thoughtful of you, Lewin. If you ever need anything, any of my servants will be more than happy to fulfill your request. Oh, Cecile, mate, it is no trouble at all. And I even made it so that both rooms are next door, as I'm sure Adrian wouldn't want to part from your side. Her safety isn't a joking matter, Lewin. Touchy. Well, here we are. This is your room, Mrs. Seelmay. And yours is over here, Adreessen. Now, I've got some matters to attend to. I made sure that the guards are aware that the royal prince and emissary are here for the night. So no need to worry about any issues dealing with the decree. I shall see you two in the morning. Thank you again, Eloin. Have a good night. Well, it does look very comfortable for you here. Promise me you will let me know if you need anything. And I hope you will rest well tonight. We do have a busy day ahead of us, and with all that's happened, I don't wish you to overdo things. Good. And good night, Mrs. Seelmay. Pleasant dreams. Well, lucky here, and no Adreessen to accompany you. I assume you couldn't sleep and didn't want to trouble him. Don't worry, I won't tell him, but I would advise caution. If what the king tells us is true, then you wouldn't want to be caught alone with no prince to save you. Luckily, I'm here to keep you company. I just happened to be walking to a favorite spot of mine. Care to join me? Wonderful. Tonight does seem to be favorable to enjoy the warm night air. Where? Oh, this is a secret. Tell me, what do you think about the realm so far? I mean, besides the honor and excitement of being accompanied by me, of course. Well, good. I'm glad that despite all that's going on, you're still finding time to enjoy yourself. I can see you're a very positive person. This way. It's through these doors. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I was right to come here. You can sit here for a moment and relax. Why, thank you. I have tended to these gardens for a long time now. A way of having a moment to myself outside of my princely duties. Oh, well, we all have our outlets. I know I sometimes come across as quite arrogant, but really most of it is just show. Adreessen and I go back so many years, it's so easy for us to wind each other up. The flowers, well, they don't have a name yet, but these in particular are special. They only bloom during a full moon. Once they do, their beauty is magnificent. Unfortunately, that won't be for a while, but I don't mind if you ended up visiting again when the moon is full. But only you. No one else outside of the family knows of my secret garden, so you're the first. Well, the night grows late, and like the sleeping flowers around you, so should you rest. Mrs. Seelmay, let me walk you back to your room.
take care of my steed, Firelight. He's the fastest horse in the land.
Don't worry. Firelight is in good hands. We will return by this evening.
Okay. I shall await your return. Until then.
Not far now. Oh, well, the clan had disappeared before the decree, from what I understand. The clan name is Akasha. Not much is known about their abilities, but they did write most of the history of our race. Though they did always have 2 priests or priestesses as their rulers, it was said that the Akasha clan had a royal fountain that the leaders would guard as well as use to make their prophecies. Unfortunately, most of their written text was lost long ago, which is why it was difficult to translate what we do have. They even went as far as writing in a secret language about their prophecies. Some would say out of fear of knowing such knowledge and how it would affect the realm. Others believed that the hidden language spoke of a power so great that they could change the realm itself, and that the clan hoarded the knowledge for themselves. Here we go. Let me help you down first. There. Let's stick together whilst we're here. The entrance is over here. Yes, it's still wondrous, even after all this time. Let me get the door. Careful. There's a bit of rubble littered about. I wonder where we should try first. The library? I see. Because of the histories they wrote, as well as their own secret language, not a bad idea. Let's go, shall we? I remember my father telling me about the layout of the ruins, from what he and Mother uncovered from their collection. This way. This door is stuck. Maybe if I... There we go. Let's check on the state it's in. Wow, amazing. I didn't expect the library to be this well intact. Let's see. If there was a secret passage, where would it be? Tell me, do you sense anything? If Father's suspicions are correct, you may be able to. Oh, I see. Well, never mind. Let's check for anything strange. Strange? Usually for a library this massive, there would be several doors leading to other parts of the castle, but there isn't any. I take it no luck on finding anything else? Check the library from above? Well, we may get a better view from the second floor. Stay right there. I'll venture to the second floor and call out what I see. Give me a moment to take a look. Stay right there. I think I have seen something. You were right to look from above. I saw a strange bookcase pattern. I'm sure that's where we might find something, if not the passage itself. Follow me. This is the place. But It doesn't look any different than any other part of the library. Let's check the area. I guess it's not here after all. Seal, mate, are you okay? Oh, I've got you, don't worry. You feeling faint again? Stay close to my side. I couldn't bear the thought of you getting hurt. I just have a feeling there's something... this looks like something. Maybe not. I could have sworn. You sensed something too. Try placing your hand on it. There you go. You did it. One underground passage. Hold my hand. I'll go down first. The steps are quite steep. Are you okay? Okay, good. Gosh, it's quite a long way down. There we go. Are you okay? You're not feeling dizzy or faint, are you? Okay, good. Well, I guess there's only one way to go then, and that's forward. No, I've no idea what's down here. I've never been down here in my life. I didn't even know this place existed. I think we're getting closer now. See the light at the end of the tunnel? It's like a purple glow. Do you hear that? I don't know, it's just... Oh, you hear it too. This place. There's some strong magic down here. I can sense it. Oh. I think we're here. Wherever here is. Oh, Seal May. That must be the water fountain. The fountain that the priest and priestesses used to guard. A fountain of knowledge, quite literally. The beauty is unimaginable. The reflection of the water, it looks like the constellations at night. Yes, Seal May, this room is steeped in magic, even after so long. Seal May? Seal May? Oh, maybe you should sit down if you're feeling this faint. My dear Seal May, don't worry. I'm here by your side, protecting you. Strange. What on earth?
The last of us have gone through the portal except for us, dear sister.
Very well, brother. Are you sure of this? The events that this will trigger?
That is what must be done, for the fate of the realms depend on their return.
What is this? How is this even possible? I think they are spirits. Seal May, I need to get out of here.
Fear not, son of the Galen clan. We do not wish any harm.
When she awakened, she will have just begun her journey. Isilme is of the Akasha clan.
The blood that runs through her veins is that of a royal, and tasked as one of our own to become the High Priestess, along with her twin. However,
Quickly, my brother.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
Her vulnerabilities or to stay the same. The choice will determine what will happen to her, the clans, and the fate of the realm.
Farewell, and keep her safe.
A trial lies before you as well, Prince. Do not falter. Seal May. I really need to get out of here. There is no doubt now of who you are, my dear. I'm at a loss for words, but I must take you back to my castle now.
Seal May, my dear sister.
Seal May? Oh, the ground. It's shaking. Someone doesn't want us here. We need to go. Seal May. Seal May. You've awakened. I'm glad you have. You have been asleep for a few days. Had me quite worried. Father had already checked our memories to confirm what was required. Tell me, what do you remember? Yes, we found the passage leading to the hidden chamber. And do you remember what happened next? Yes, I managed to get you out. I don't know what happened. The ground just began to shake. It was like some kind of earthquake. It seems you remembered it all. When Father checked your memories, he mentioned that you had heard a voice that I had not. I only heard the voices of the spirits of the Akasha clan that appeared before us. Interesting. What did this other voice say to you? It called you sister. Strange. No one else was there that I could see. How are you feeling? Good. That is a relief. Oh, yes. Father has called for another meeting tonight, despite knowing one of the clans is helping the rebels. They want to host another gathering to celebrate a royal member of the clan Akasha returning back to the realm, and to possibly prove that whoever the traitor is, that their plans for the rebellion are over. I know. I'm sorry. This must be so much for you to take in. But it looks like you really are a princess. The lost princess. I know. Oh, this must be quite a shock to you. No wonder you passed out the last few days. Well, I'm glad you're feeling okay now. This is a lot for me to get my head around, never mind you. I never in a million years realized when I rescued you from that awful man and brought you here that this would be the outcome. I'm so sorry. Well, I guess we never really know what the future may hold for any of us, but, well, this. Yes, it is expected that you will attend the gathering tonight, so people can see you. I told Father I thought this was all a bit much, but he wants to move quickly. The rebellion has been picking up pace. Are you sure you're up to it? Okay. Well, Victor has already prepared your outfit for the gathering. In fact, he's made an entire wardrobe. Worried about you, of course. He can't keep still. Ah, well, I would rather spend a quiet night with you. I mean, something relaxing without having to deal with royal business. Well,
Flustered
I
prince.
think you know what I mean. At least I hope you do. But for now, just rest here. Regain your strength. I'll be back to escort you to the gathering later. Asilme, if you don't want to go, I'll understand. We don't have to... All right. Well, I shall return shortly. I must go now to tell Father exactly what you remembered about this other voice. Rest well, Asilme. We have a big night ahead of us. Asilme, are you ready? I see Victor really outdid himself. I must say, your radiance is enchanting. Take my arm and we shall be off. No need to worry. I shall be by your side the entire time. The guards are on high alert in case the clan that's assisting the rebels tries anything funny. I doubt they will, as it would give away the traitor in our midst and squash the rebellion at its source. But let's keep that to ourselves for now. Elewin, yes, of course. Prince Elewin will be attending with the rest of his family. You like him, don't you? Oh, I see. Oh, no, we get on just fine, really. We've been friends since we were children. There's just a lot of old rivalry, that's all. But I do trust him. Well, to a degree. No, you haven't upset me. Prince Elewin has always been popular with women. Oh. Well, that's nice to know. I do consider it a great honor to have you on my arm this evening. Not just because you are now, as we all know, a princess, but because you are, well, you. Oh, Asilme, just be your wonderful self. Today will be different than the last gathering.
Are you
Mother
sure
has
about that?
prepared a form of tea party to celebrate the return of the heir, and a formal royal welcome to the realm.
Just feels like a hazing.
Here's
It's gonna be a
Elewin now.
hazing.
Greetings, Prince Adreson and Princess Asilme. I was wondering when you two would show up. Kept me waiting for quite some time. But, of course, Princess Asilme, you are quite the exception. I would be willing to wait a lifetime for you.
Greetings, Prince Elewin. Well, I think we have kept the others waiting long enough, shall we?
Now announcing Prince Adreson and Princess Asilme. Thank you, everyone. Too long have we known loss of our great clans, but today we welcome back one of our own. A clan we thought to have lost near the end of the war. Here I present to you Princess Asilme Akasha. Thank you, thank you. Let's welcome the Akasha Princess to our realm. Queen Arlea has set up the garden for tea. If all of you would be so kind as to follow her there.
Yes, I must admit that I was nervous about how the others would react to the introduction. I'm fairly pleased at how well they have responded. It would give me great honor to escort you to the tea social, Mrs. Silme. Thank you. Come on. I've saved you both a seat over here, Prince Adreson and Princess Cecile May. I have to say, I quite enjoy calling you that. It seems only befitting. I must say, it's good to see you up and well, Princess. From what I hear, Adreson never left your side as he brought you back from the castle. Of course, given the situation, it was of the utmost importance. Besides, I did make a promise to her. Of course, you wouldn't have it any other way, always were the gentleman. Though, I must say, you have changed since I first met you, Princess. The magic in this realm is indeed changing your features. I wonder if you happen to return to the human realm, will the features disappear? Or, more importantly, if the issues with the portals doesn't stop, will you return back to the human realm? I'd understand if you did want to return, Silme. The comforts of home waiting for you. So you would want to stay? Oh, I see. Well, that's great news to hear. Although it does sadden me some to know that your home is not where you feel safe. But perhaps you will start to think about this place as home now. Well, that is great news to hear. Great news indeed. I hope you don't forget the prior invitation I gave you. Prior invitation? Oh... That's a secret between me and Princess Cecile May. You weren't invited, unfortunately. Well, Princess Cecile May can do as she pleases. I do hope you're being a gentleman towards her, Eluin. My, Prince Adreson, am I sensing a bit of jealousy? How unbecoming of a prince. I like to see the humor in making sure of her safety, Eluin. Uh-oh, Princess Sylvana is on her way. That's never a good sign. Indeed, she has never been someone that I fully trust. Oh, don't worry, Asilme. I'm sure she will be well-mannered, at least.
Pardon me, your highnesses. It's quite a sight to see you both again so soon. I never got a chance to talk with you both at the prior gathering, let alone being able to introduce myself
Look at
to
this.
Princess Asilme.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Quite all right. Princess Asilme, may I introduce to you Princess
I can never
Sylvana
take that part
Aelu.
seriously.
Prince Evelyn, you flatter me with your kindness. Princess Asilme, may I have a word with you?
I can't imagine what you would want to say to Princess Cecile May that you wouldn't want myself or Lewin to hear. Very well, Mrs. Cecile May, as you wish.
Thank you, Princess Asilme. Do you mind if we talk over there? Delightful. I'll make sure to bring her back, Your Highnesses. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me, Mrs. Asilme. Or should I say Princess Asilme? I've been meaning to say this since I first saw you. Because I know I shouldn't even be doing this. But I can't stand idly by and just let you walk up and cozy up to princes like that. Less than a month here, I've never seen them act so friendly with each other. And what's all this? I thought you were a filthy human. You have no business with the elves. Besides, humans and elves can't be together. To us, you're just a plaything that may only live for a small fraction of our own lifetime. So why don't you just run on back to your realm?
Princesses, we were getting worried on where you two had run off to. It looks like we were just here in time.
Oh, please forgive us, fair princess. We just got to chatting.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, I was running back
So
to
much
do a
so
clothesline.
that Princess Cecile May had looked as if she were to run from the conversation. Indeed. Is everything all right, Cecile May?
Oh, yeah. Y'all just stopped me from...
Well, we were
hurting the
discussing
shit out of
how
her,
troubling
so
the issues with the portals were, and she became so frightened.
Discussing such troubles is unbecoming of a princess, especially one of the Aerlug clan.
But Prince Atrison, Prince Helwyn,
I think it's best we return to the gathering. I'm sure there will be talk if we don't return soon. Yes, I quite agree, Prince Lewin.
As you wish, my princess.
I'll follow her. You stick to Cecile May's side. You don't need to tell me. Go on and catch her up. Already on it. I can't believe she would do something like that. I'm positively sure that the rest of the clans do not think this way. I'm so sorry you had to deal with such a beast. Oh, shh. It's all right, Princess Cecile May. I promise to never let her near you again. Now, how about we go for a little walk, away from the others? Yes? Oh, good. All right, then. It will be nicer in the garden. This way. I do hope that what just happened with Princess Sylvana hasn't changed your mind about staying here. Ah, good. I'm glad to hear that. In fact, I really wanted to sneak you away from the gathering as soon as I saw you in that dress. I mean, to say that dealing with the royals can be a bit tiring, and I thought that maybe you would rather have some time to yourself, or time alone with me.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Mrs. Cecile May. To think fate has blessed me with the luck to have found you. So, Cecile May, I was wondering about what Lewin said earlier. It had me thinking about what happens after we sort out the rebellion. Did you... I mean to say, did you... I can't quite find the words. Oh, quick, stay behind me, Cecile May. I can't find them off alone. Make a run for it, Cecile May. I'll hold them. Run, Cecile May, run! Seal May, I... You can run, but I will find you. And when I do, I will make sure you won't see the light of day, Nadelushka. I love this little game of cat and mouse. How I want to sink my claws into it and never let go. Hello, human. Hey, where are you rushing to? Stop! Where are you rushing to? You are not supposed to see me. Interesting. Yes, I know you are being followed. Ever since I heard you enter into this part of the forest. Shh. Let me get you out of here first, and I'll explain later. Come on, follow me. Yes, I am an elf. And you are not supposed to be able to see me, which is terribly interesting. You can address me as Prince Adrezen from now on. You can't have rudeness in my presence. Now, if you're done, we need to leave this way. Where are we going? Somewhere that whoever is chasing you will not be able to follow. Here we go. This cave here. Trust me, we need to pass through this cave to get you to safety. Now quickly, get inside. Well, be my guest if you would rather stay and let whoever is following you catch up. It doesn't matter to me, whichever way you choose. Wise decision. Now, let's keep moving. I hate being in some places for too long.
Pardon me.
Come on, through here. There. I know. Breathtaking, isn't it? This is what I call home. My castle, well, my father's castle, perhaps. No, they cannot follow you here. The entrance to the cave is sealed with magic. Those that were chasing after you will not be able to perceive the entrance at all. Oh, dear human, why are you crying? Ah, I see. So they have been following you for some time. And why would they follow someone such as you? A criminal leader. And why would this Vladimir Kovac ask you to help with a theft? The ability of clairvoyance and telekinesis. That would be very useful to a criminal. I can quite see why someone would want to use your abilities, but You called them a curse. I see. Well, for our kind, those abilities are well cherished. Usually those gifted are of royal blood. I find it very interesting that you were able to see me, where most humans can't. I'm sorry to say that most humans are very closed-minded. Oh, steady there, steady. Oh. Oh dear. I did say you shouldn't be able to see me. I guess I was a little too much for you to take in. Oh. Well, sleep then, little one. I'll take you somewhere to rest properly. There we go. Funny how fate has kept me from leaving this place once again. I never got your name either. Well, that will have to wait until you have rested. Well, I can't bring a human through the front door. Going to have to take you through the hidden passage in order to keep you safe. Wait, is that... Victor.
My Prince Edrison. Why, did you... Who is this? Wait, is that a human female? Prince, if the King and Queen find out...
And they won't as long as you keep your mouth shut. Now, I need to let her rest. Take leave as I carry her to my quarters.
As you wish, my Prince. Follow me. Hang on, let me check first. Okay, all clear.
Go ahead, Victor, and ready my personal tower room for her to stay in for the time being. I'll bring her up.
Very well, sir.
She really is very interesting, do you not agree, Victor?
I'm sure so. Just the fact that she could see us, well...
Indeed.
Your Royal Highness, I still don't think...
Then don't. This human is special. She has abilities similar to royalty.
You
Damn,
don't mean-
Skippy.
Impossible. She can't be of royal descent.
But I believe it,
is
so.
possible, and I must find out. I also believe that if my parents did find out that I brought a human within the castle walls, they will notice that I haven't gone running away again.
You better not
I'm
go
sure
running
I
and
can
leave
persuade them
my
that
fucking
if I
ass
say
here.
as such, they will promise no harm will come
This
to
ain't no
her.
prank.
Without a doubt, they would accept this human to keep their heir from abandoning his royal obligations.
They better.
Very well, my Prince. I'll leave you two then. Is there anything else I can do?
No, you may leave, Victor. Continue with your duties as normal.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness.
Bye.
Well, you are an interesting one. Why has fate placed you into my arms, I wonder? But never mind for now. Rest easy, human. When you wake, you shall have shelter here as my guest, and I will find out who you really are.
Yay, purring.
Such an interesting human indeed. I have to say, you do look so very, very peaceful as you sleep. Quite lovely, in fact. I really must solve the mystery of you, of who you are, of what you are. Let me remove this shoulder bag of yours.
Ooh, you stealing?
There we go. Much more comfortable now. You
How
really
would
are
you
out
know?
for the count. I do have that effect on humans sometimes. You should, of course, upon awakening, forget who I was, but I am interested to find out if you do. You shouldn't have really been able to see me in the first place, of course. So, you are quite fascinating. A human, but not quite like a human should be. So very, very fascinating. I wonder.
I've become a princess
It wouldn't be
plaything.
right
God
to go through your
damn it.
things, would it? But I am tired of calling you human. Maybe you will have
Me
something
too.
with your name on it. Here we are. How do you even pronounce no? I think I will give you a name while you stay here as a guest. It might be best if I gave you one from ours. Another stratagem to persuade my parents to let you live. I do have to say, you carry some features of our kind. Cute for a human. Oh,
Bitch, please.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to wake so soon. Shh. Don't be frightened. You're safe here. Well, you did get a little scratched up, it seems. Good job, I am a gentleman. Can't have those scratches disfiguring your face. Let's see. What do I have here? And let's clean those wounds a little. There. That's better. Sorry if it stings just a little. This is special water. Unique healing properties. I do not believe you have it in your realm. Although you are surprisingly medically advanced, I suppose without the use of magic you have become adaptable. So many human inventions are quite ingenious, it has to be said. But here you will have the benefit of magic.
Yay.
There. Is that better for you? Good. Just allow me to rub
Getting
this
pampered by a
healing
prince?
balm
Fuck yeah.
into your soft
Y'all
human
know who
skin.
he likes. Shit.
Not a single trace, you
Gentlemen
see.
or not.
The magical water and the magical cream and a little gentle touch.
Touch me, baby.
Is
Touch
all
me.
it takes in this realm, my dear. Now, tell me, what do you remember of how you got here?
You brought me here
Yes,
running
that is what you told me before.
from an asshole.
You were being pursued. Do you remember the name of your pursuer?
Vladimir Kovac.
Yes, Vladimir Kovac. I will have to remember that name.
You better.
You said he was some kind of criminal, using your powers of clairvoyance and telekinesis, you told me. Gifts that are not normally offered to humans. You really are quite an interesting mystery, I have to say. You remember more than you should. Where?
I wish I could do
this-
that in real
this
life.
is
Damn.
a castle. Yes, I am a prince, an elf prince, but you already know that. Now, if
Was
you
I
would
being
just give me a
sarcastic?
moment
Maybe.
to explain. Yes, of course I accept your apology. Now, as I was saying, you're a guest here. but
Peterson always
the
taking things so
unfortunate side of it
seriously.
is that you are
Doesn't know when to
a
lighten
human,
up.
and well, humans are not allowed entrance to this
I
realm,
guess like father, like son.
let alone the royal castle of Galen. Now listen carefully. If they found you in this castle, well, if you do as I say, you wouldn't have anything to worry about, my dear. Interesting. Oh, my apologies. I was trying to determine a name for you while you are here.
What, my name
It
not good
would
enough?
only be proper and less difficult to pronounce. Let's
Really?
see.
Really now?
Yes. While you are here, your name shall be Isilme. In our tongue it means moonlight. You like it?
Yeah.
Good.
I'll work
Now,
with it.
my servant Victor is preparing your room as we speak. I ask that you stay in the room and do not leave. I cannot protect you if you wander off and get caught. If my parents find you, you could be imprisoned or worse. No, but don't worry. If you do as I say, then you needn't worry of such outcomes. However, while you're here, Isilme, I want to find out more about you and your abilities. You see,
Am I really that
clairvoyance
fascinating?
and telekinesis are abilities you should not hold as a human. I told you once before that what you consider a curse is not how we see it here. As I said, those abilities that you claim to possess are only carried by those descended from the royal line of our kind. And as you don't carry the major features of our kind, I could only guess that someone from our royal line may have been with one of your ancestors. How? Well, you humans love fantasy, right? And the stories
do we.
had to have come from somewhere. I
Nerds
think I should
rejoice.
explain part of our history with humans. That should help clear up everything. Long ago, we elves did live amongst humans, as did many other races. However, the humans began to stray from magic. We still don't know the reason why, but wars started up because of it. We were at peace for so long, and then suddenly humans wanted to wage war against magical beings. Oh, that's kind of you to feel that way for us. I can tell you have a kind heart. In all my years from the history I've read, we only knew of how hateful and jealous humans were, wanting nothing more but to destroy everything in sight. But I can sense that that might not be the case with you. Isilme, do you...
Cock block.
Pardon the intrusion, Prince. I finished the accommodations for the miss, but we must hurry as the king is on his way as we speak. That was why I was looking for you in the first place.
You couldn't have told me this sooner, Victor. Never mind that now. Isilme, follow Victor to your room and I'll tell you more later. Don't leave the room either.
Please,
Roger,
come
roger.
this way, Miss Isilme. We must hurry through the passage. Hurry, Mrs. Isilme. If the king finds you, your life may be forfeit.
Don't want to have that now, do we?
The prince must think highly of you if he wants to keep you secret from the king and queen. I don't understand how you and the prince met, but if you put the prince's life in danger, I will not hesitate to hand you over to the king and queen myself. Do you understand? Good. If you want to keep yourself safe, and for that matter, him safe, you will do as the prince demands. Now, I must leave you and return to the prince's side. Remember what I said. Okay.
Miss Asilme. You look much better. Fully healed, I see. You have responded well to our magic. I apologize that it took a while longer for me to return than I anticipated. My father does tend to drone on whenever I leave the castle. Oh, well, he had to remind me of my responsibilities as a prince, as if I needed to be reminded. Oh, what was it I was going to say before? Yes, I was going to ask you if you would rather stay here than return to your realm. I mean, under the circumstances, with this Vladimir criminal chasing you down, I'm not sure how safe you would be if you did return, but if you stay here, I believe I may be able to help you stay safe. I do understand that this would require some serious thought, so you needn't answer right away. Now, let's see. Where was I? Oh yes, I was explaining our history. When the humans waged war against the magical beings, we elves decided to retreat back to our realm. How? Well, through that cave was one way. In fact, that's one of the few remaining portals that connects our realm to yours. Due to the magic fading from your realm, the portals started closing one by one. Eventually, they will be closed forever, which is why I asked you if you wished to stay. I understand if you didn't want to, as I wouldn't be able to guarantee your return. So please, make sure you think through your answer, but if you do decide to, I will be more than happy to be the first to welcome you to my realm. There is of course my parents to consider, but I'm confident that we can work that out. Again, there is no rush in deciding now. I believe it will be a few more months before the portal that we came through will close. As for the others, it could be a year or more. Those portals, however, are very far from here. Oh yes, there are portals that lead to other realms where other magical beings reside, but those don't show any signs of closing. The war back then was violent, as I was told. Unfortunately, the humans also hunted down your kind that still had these gifts. Yes, I'm sure you're very familiar with the Crusades and witch trials, correct? Well, through the humans' violent history with war, the remaining magical beings retreated to these portals. It was only recently that humans started to lose touch with themselves, and what magic there is left in your realm is dying. And since then, our kind has kept to ourselves. The kings and queens have ruled that no human shall pass through the portals. Hence our slight problem. But I have always been curious about your realm, how you humans evolved so much further than most had thought. Some even said that you humans would return to living like your first ancestors, that used crude weapons before they knew magic. How wrong they were. Well, they did forbid anyone to venture into their realm, but I just had to see for myself before the portals started closing up. And, to be perfectly honest, if I happened to be caught with a closed portal behind me, then I would probably prefer that than taking the throne here anyway. They don't understand how suffocating the life that was chosen for me would be. But I do not believe my life is predestined. I'll create my own future. Fate be damned. Oh, sorry. Life as a royal heir is a lot more complicated than most may think, let alone the stress as an only child to succeed the throne. Don't worry about that. Right now we need to figure out more about your lineage. If I'm right, you're part of the lost clan that chose to live with the humans. And, if so, you could definitely be of royal blood. The only problem is finding a way to trace it back to them. I'm sure my father or even the library would hold more information. My father, King Adamir Galen, is hosting a royal gathering tonight. The focus is on the portals, but there may be more to it than just that. So I can take the opportunity to leave the gathering early to visit the library and see what I can find out. Of course, I'll have Victor there to assist me. Oh, thank you for wanting to help me, but I'm afraid that it would be most difficult for you to move about while I'm at the royal gathering. Even when I introduce you to my parents and hopefully get their consent, I doubt the other royals would feel the same. Oh, don't worry. When I do introduce you to them, I will be there to protect you. I pledge my life on it. Now, the plan is for you to meet my mother first. She's a lot more reasonable than my father, and she may be on our side to help convince him. So you need to trust me with this plan, okay? But first, I think a change of clothing will help make this work better. Enter.
Excuse me, my prince. The king has gone to the solarium to finish his plans for the evening's events. I have informed the queen that you wish a private meeting with her. The queen states that she will see you in her sitting room for tea at noon.
Good, Victor. Will you please assist Asilme in finding her attire before she meets the Queen? We need to make sure that she looks presentable for this plan to work.
I had anticipated your request and will assist in all that you ask of me, my prince.
Excellent. I can always count on you to figure out the details. Now, I need to go see my mother.
Miss Asilme, if you would allow me, here are a few outfits that I believe would do the trick. Over there is a changing curtain. I'll assist in giving my opinion on each outfit once you've tried them all on. Try the next one. I feel I need to tell you, which I'm sure you may have gathered by now, that things are very much different here than in your realm. So having an audience with the King and Queen is quite an honour, but you must keep in mind to follow the Prince's orders to the letter. Otherwise it could spell trouble for not only you, but for the Prince as well. Turn around. I don't think so. Try another. Prince Adreson is putting his title on the line by dragging you here and allowing you to stay as his guest. Yeah, I've served the Prince for many years. We've become almost friends. Well, as much as it's possible for a servant and his master to be friends, I suppose. But he knows he can count on me. I am nothing if not loyal. There is nothing I wouldn't do to protect him. That dress suits you better. Yeah, I'm sure that will work.
Victor, how are things here?
My Prince, I believe this dress suits Mrs. Zeelmay the best. If she shared more features, she could almost pass as an elf herself.
Well, yes, but I believe her to be quite alluring already, Victor. For a human, of course. The Queen is waiting. Shall we, Mrs. Zeelmay? Now, I've informed my mother that I've brought a guest and that you are under my protection, so she is willing to meet you. Now, the only rule is, don't speak unless she asks you directly, and bow when you greet her. Above all,
Royalty 101.
trust me. I will make sure no harm comes to you.
I'd hope so.
Your Majesty, Queen Arleia Galen, may I present Prince Adreson and Miss Zeelmay?
My Queen, this is the guest I spoke of earlier.
No need to be formal with me, son. Lift your head, Mrs. Silmay. Adreson, please tell me how you came to bring her here, knowing the consequences of such actions.
Yes, about that. She was running from a criminal human that wished her harm for not using her gifts for his gain. I don't know how, but she was able to see me.
So you snuck out of the castle and through a human realm portal that was seen by Mrs. Silmay,
Adreson's in
who was running from
trouble.
a human that may not have only seen you, but could have also harmed you and put the elven realm in danger.
Mother, Yes, I'm sorry for going against the royal decree, but...
However, you did tell me that she was able to see you and that she was being hunted down because of her gifts. Mrs. Silmay, come. Sit beside me. Let me have a good look at you. Victor, please, if you would be so kind to serve the tea.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Now, if you would, Mrs. Silmay, I could rather guess that my son has devised a plan to have you stay as a guest here. And from his seriousness, he means to defend you regardless of my husband's or my own decision. That human that was hunting you, I take it he's the type to not take no for an answer. I see. Any gifts? Can you tell me more about them? so clairvoyance and telekinesis. But you use this object as spirit board in order to do divinations for others.
Interesting. Are you able to divine your own path?
I doubt that. A divination is tricky like that. I could tell she's too kind to use her gifts for her own gain. Otherwise, the criminal would not have been able to hunt her down.
I see. Then I was right to have rescued you from that criminal.
Knowing my son, he wouldn't have let him harm you anyway. He likes to play the princely hero ever since he was young.
What my mother is trying to say is that I would have protected you because that's what princes do, and I wouldn't allow a mere human criminal to do as he pleases in my presence.
Of course you wouldn't, my dear. Mrs. Silme, I must ask you, are you sure you want to stay as a guest? Given the circumstances with the portals, mind you, I'm sure my son may have explained the situation regarding them. So it's settled. The only thing I ask is that you attend the royal gathering as our guest.
Mother, are you sure that's wise?
Do you doubt your mother? I think after I've talked with your father, he'd be more than willing to welcome Mrs. Silme as our guest. Since you have agreed, we shall take good care of you during your stay. Victor, make sure she is fitted for the gathering. I will go and speak with your father. Mrs. Silme, it has been a pleasure meeting you. I do wish to spend more time with you in the future.
My queen.
I'm sorry if my mother has embarrassed you in any way. I certainly think she is up to something, but we did get her blessing to allow you to stay here as a guest, and knowing her, she will easily convince my father.
My prince, shall I have the fitting done in Mrs. Silme's room?
I'm sure you already have her measurements by now. Just make sure the outfit suits her.
Of course, my prince. It shall be done.
She's going to make it quite difficult to keep you safe while you are at the gathering. Nevertheless, I would be honored if you would accompany me as my guest. Wonderful. When Victor returns, make sure to allow him to do his work. He has an eye for it. I need to prepare myself as well, especially if we are to meet my father before the gathering starts.
My prince, Mrs. Silme, I have her outfit tailored and ready for her. The king's servant has informed me that he is ready to see you both once you have changed.
Silme, please allow Victor to the changing room. I will wait for you here once you're done.
Mrs. Silme, if you will be kind enough to follow me. I have your wardrobe set up. I shall wait for you here. Everything should fit for you perfectly now. Oh, yeah. I work fast. Bit of elf magic. You'll soon get used to how we do things around here. Well, I must say, I've outdone myself this time. Sit over here. I need to fix your hair. There we go. Look at you. Not even a need for makeup. Let's not keep the prince waiting, shall we? Prince Adrezen, Mrs. Sealmay is ready.
Well, you look quite mesmerizing, Miss Sealmay. No doubt in my mind that you must be an elf descent. Thank you, Victor.
My prince.
Oh yes, meeting the king. My father, King Adamar, is considered the head of the royal clans. The royals that are gathering are other head figures with their family to attend. My mother is to lead in entertaining the guests, whilst my father will be holding a meeting to discuss the portals with the other head figures. I do think, however, that there is something more to it than just that. And when you see him, he might help figure out which clan you're from. The father will want to check for himself. This way, Mrs. Sealmay. Try not to be too intimidated by the king. He may seem severe at times, but that is just his upbringing. He's actually a very kind and noble king and father. A little old-fashioned, perhaps, but my mother keeps him in check well enough, and of course offers guidance. He may be a little stubborn with me. He won't be best pleased that I left the castle again, let alone brought back a human against the royal decree, but he listens to my mother's counsel and respects her enormously. So often it is really the women who pull the strings from the background. Perhaps that is the case in your realm as well. Here we are. We will wait here until the king's servant summons us.
Yes, my queen. Victor informed me that there was something you wished to discuss.
Indeed, my king. There has been an interesting turn of events.
Well, go on.
Adrezen paid another visit to the human realm.
He what? Oh, for goodness sake, that boy will be the death of us all. Can you not keep a closer eye on him? He is the heir to the throne. It is high time he outgrew this rebellious streak.
His rebellious nature will indeed have to be kept in check, but that is not what I wanted to discuss.
Then what on earth is all this about?
He brought a human back through with him.
What? Oh, that boy. Where is this human?
I had her installed in the guest quarters.
Well, send her back, for heaven's sake. This is all we need with the meeting tonight. What on earth were you thinking?
My king. She claims gifts of which I thought would be of great interest to us.
Gifts? What kind of gifts?
Well, besides her ability to see our kind, the gifts of clairvoyance and telekinesis.
Good Lord.
Indeed.
It can't be. Surely.
I took the liberty of inviting her to the gathering tonight.
You did what? My queen, if the rebels get to know of this, it will strengthen their cause. They are already claiming the prophecy of the great heir as their own.
Exactly. But my king, the prophecy did not lead any doubt that the heir would return, only whether that the heir would bring the light or the darkness. Have a look at the child. Decide for yourself which she is more likely to bring. If you agree with my assessment, let them see that the prophecy is on our side. She was fleeing a human criminal in her realm who wished to use her gifts for his own corrupt ends. I have therefore offered her sanctuary here.
A sensible precaution. I agree. This is all very late in the day. The gathering is about to start. Oh, very well. Invite them to see me, but it will have to be immediately.
Already have. I knew time was of the essence, and I anticipated your wise response in advance.
Of course, you did.
Besides, a lady needs time to prepare.
Oh, my butt. Boy.
My prince, the king and queen will see you now.
Thank you, Victor. This way, Asilme. Just trust me. I will protect you with my life. There is nothing for you to fear. King Armoraus, may I present to you Miss Asilme?
Dreesen, is this the human that the queen has informed me of?
Why, yes. Her name is Asilme. I had thought that maybe...
Thank you, Dreesen. Miss Asilme, please rise and look into my eyes.
Go ahead. I'll be here to make sure you're safe.
A pleasure, Miss Asilme. Look into my eyes. That's right. I'm only going to peer into your mind to see what has brought you here. Just relax to the sound of my voice as you go back to the day that caused you to run.
Excuse me, are you the Devushka that can read fortunes? How about you read mine? No, I'm sorry. I wasn't asking. Men, take her.
Don't worry. It's only a memory. Just relax. Let us move to another memory much closer.
Davushka. Ah, come, sit. I insist. Now, from what my men have told me, you use a Ouija board to make predictions, yes? Men, bring her board. She must demonstrate her abilities and tell me my future plans.
It's just a memory. Nothing more. Nothing to fear. Now, relax. Everything will be all right. Let's move even closer.
What do you mean she got away? You better find her or else. There, she is in the forest. After her. You can run, but I will find you. And when I do, I will make sure you will see the light of day in Venushka. I love this little game of cat and mouse. How I want to see my glory and never let go.
I see. It's all right now. Open your eyes, Seal May. Here, rest now. I must apologize going through those memories. I know they were very painful. It must have been very taxing for you, Mrs. Seal May. Well, you are more than welcome to stay here as guest if you choose it. And whilst here, you will remain under my protection, and of course, Adrisen's. No one shall harm you. Adrisen, I must speak with you for a moment. Silme, if you would pardon us and rest here.
Yes, Father. Silme, I'll be right back.
Adrisen, the timing of her being here with her gifts and the gathering, Adrisen, this is no mere coincidence. However, to make assumptions this early is foolish.
I agree. But Mother had demanded that she attended the gathering. I would rather skip the gathering and just...
We cannot stop the gathering. Plus, your mother has convinced me that her attending the gathering is the best course of action. To let everyone know that she is under our protection.
But, Father, there will be those at the gathering who will not be pleased that a human is lodging with us.
Adrisen, these people are our allies. We need to be upfront and honest with them. This really is the best way. Besides, if she is who we suspect she is, from the clans.
Yes, Father, I understand that.
Once this gathering is over, we will address this further. I know there is information in the Royal Library. If this is part of a prophecy, then we must be sure of what lies before us.
I understand. I'll stay by her side and protect her.
Sire, the royal guests have arrived. Alas, our time here is short. Do as the Queen insists and allow Silme a place at our table tonight. Guard her well, Adrisen. Victor, make sure the guests are well taken care of and given quarters until the time of everyone gathering in the main hall.
As you wish, sire.
I must apologize again, Mrs. Silme. My son shall escort you to the gathering, and I must advise you to stay by his side throughout the evening. Once the other royals have departed, you may move about the castle freely. I only say this as I cannot guarantee any actions that they do when there is no one around.
So,
Adrisen,
if this
make
stops
sure she
moving
never
around.
leaves your sight.
Okay.
I will see you
So,
both
I just
at
finished
gathering.
the image. I'm going to pause this real quick. So, I just finished the image for one of the final scenes in the Elf Prince series. So, at least now you get kind of a sneak peek as to what's there for you. And technically, now you get to see practically his full outfit. Originally, I wasn't going to go too detailed with a lot of the costumes for the characters in the series. So, it was kind of like a tricky spot as to what is their outfit below their waist. Because I was always kind of cropping it off because it's like, it's there. I just needed the portrait of that person to convey what that character looks like, at least in my mind's eye when I've been writing this. So to get to see the full outfit is kind of awesome, because then it kind of shows you, it's like, hey, this is more than just an audio. This is a journey with the story, with you as a listener. And I wanted to make sure that gets conveyed with the artwork here. And I hope you enjoy it. And I can't wait for y'all to be able to see this last episode. Holy crap. I'm like super excited, if you have not heard me say this a million times, but I'm super excited for this episode. And I've been listening to it nonstop when I get the free chance, because obviously I can't watch it here because then y'all get to hear it and that would ruin the surprise. So the audio is going to show up on the 28th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. It's possibly, I think, 8 a.m. over in the UK, because it posts up on Master Misty ASMR server. So do give him a go-to, because he's an excellent artist, and he's got quite a bit of audios under his belt already. Really good role plays. He's technically the first person I actually heard as far as an ASMR story wise, like role play. And that's what brought me into this whole genre, this whole community, this lovely, beautiful community. And I'm watching a lot of people. If you have a chance, take a look at the people I've subscribed to. Take a look at my playlist. You know, take a look at everything, because there might be something small right now, but I'm growing as a channel, and I hope to grow along with y'all in all this. And I'm rambling again, but I have to say, I want to thank you for this journey so far with this series. It has been most excellent, and yes, I actually do read every comment. Every comment. And I enjoy each and every one of those comments. So, thank you. For those who actually do jump in and listen, thank you. I love your support. Just to even watch my videos, or to sit in my streams, or anything like that, just to be able to jump in and just say hi, or just to give the video a look, a look or like or whatever, retweeting, it doesn't matter. Just taking the time just to give your attention my way. Thank you. You're awesome. I love you for that. And I want to keep making more stuff for y'all guys. There's so much plan ahead for this. I am hoping that I am able to have the ability to premiere the video that Saturday. If not, I might shoot for a later premiere. And if you can't wait for that, you could always jump to Master Missy's channel. He will post it ahead of me. And you could take a sneak peek at that. And then when I go to prepare it, with me being in the chat room, you could talk to me and we could talk about things and all that other good stuff. We could say hi and all that good little so you can join me when I premiere it on Saturday. Obviously after work, depending upon what my work schedule looks like. But you'll get to premiere it with me, and we could discuss all sorts of things there for the season finale. I can't wait to share this with you. I'm like so hyped about this. It is insane. There are 2 parts of the audio. there's no spoilers, because this image is the only spoiler you're going to get from me, because otherwise I have to keep my lips tight about this. And it's so hard, because there are two parts in it that are like, oh my god, yay, I can't believe this. This is amazing. So, as far as my excitement goes, it is boundless at this point. This has been like a turning point, because this has technically is what brought me out of my artist funk, because I had a artist block for over 2 years due to my depression and everything. So for this to make it as it has, I want to thank each and every one of y'all, because y'all helped me in more ways than one. Y'all have helped me. And I only hope to do so much more for you guys to repay for helping me out. I want to pay it back forward. So this is the best way I could possibly do it to my ability with what I can do as a creative person. So wrapping this up, of course, because it's already been like over 3.5 hours for the stream session. But I really do hope you've enjoyed everything. And I will post this video. I'm probably going to jump in and possibly start video editing, so I could throw this up on my channel on YouTube. Please check it out. And I hope to see y'all soon. I might jump back and stream later on tonight to start working on the Vlad picture, because we need a Prince Vlad picture place card for the next audio that I need to tell you about. Jim ASMR and Gwynnikin ASMR are rejoining the cast for Dracula Origins Part 2. And I'm super happy with how the script's coming out. I've already finished the plot points for the third script, and that would be the final script. Depending upon the direction I would like to go with it, and depending upon other people's opinion or availability, I would like to continue the story, but that is going to be of another thing. And you get to figure out who that mysterious woman that Vlad meets at the top of that staircase. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go on ahead and watch that video. I'm going to post up a link if possible, or I'll post it in the description below, of course. But check out the Dracula Origins video. The voice work sent chills down my spine. It is that good. So, I can't wait for the next audio for that to come out. And then, of course, I'll also be working on some more ambiance of sound. It's a new thing I'm doing, because I love just listening to ambient sounds to just kind of like get into my own groove of things, to meditate, to just kind of relax and unwind, and just kind of like be in my own world for a minute to kind of, I guess, de-stress the things that go on in my life. And I hope it works the same way for you, because I'm also making these for you guys. Because the way the world is going, I know it's chaotic and stressful, and it's just to deal with it is a headache alone. So I hope that the audios I produce also help with that relaxation and everything. However, with the next ambiance of sound video, the haunted High Forest, which is an actual forest in Romania, one that I really, really want to go into as a paranormal crazy person here, I would love to go into that forest and just hunt, like a paranormal hunt, and go through there, and check it out. I would love that. That's like a bucket list item for me, is to do that. I've been wanting to go to the most haunted and scariest places in the world for the longest time, because as a horror buff, it's an awesome thing for me. I mean, I live in a state that is like seriously haunted because of the civil wars. And then there's one city in particular, Savannah, that is stupid haunted. I mean, it is like wall to wall paranormal stuff in that town alone. But I would love to do more stuff like that. And if I do, you know I'm going to get some recordings from that. I have to. So that's something on my equipment list that I'm going to have to get, is recorders for the field recorders, so I could actually record all the spoopiness to share with you guys. But yeah, the ambiance of sound video for the Haunted Hoa Forest, that one, I'm actually going to include a few things that will probably be more unnerving than relaxing. But for those horror fans out there, to get that sensation is like an adrenaline rush. It's kind of like, for me, whenever anything spooky happens, anything paranormal that happens in my life, it sends a jolt of energy through me, and I get super excited about what could happen and everything. So I'm not sure about you guys, but I love horror. I live in horror. Anything scary is fun for me. So I'm going to include some stuff in that audio to scare and frighten and just torture your nerves. You won't know what it is, but it's frequencies, and I'm like super excited to get that going on, because I've been wanting to do stuff like that for a while. Those just setting up a frequency, just to kind of like a background noise type of thing. I plan on doing some static too. I love listening to static. Static relaxes me. But all in all, there's plenty of plans in the future for my channel. And if you want, give me feedback. I love feedback. As an artist, we live off of feedback. As negative as it might get, we know we should be able to take that criticism and weed out the trolls from the true gems of showing, oh hey, yeah, you messed up on this part. You might want to like go back and check on your anatomy, blah blah blah. And I know my art isn't the best, but for right now, this is my skill level. I could only get better from here, and with constant practice, you do get better. Because believe me, I had some really shitty work not too long ago. So the work that I'm producing now is getting better, and it's only going to keep getting better. So stick with me here on this journey. I'm going to help y'all out. I'm going to do what I can to help relax you guys out there and make things awesome for your lives. Just even if it's a simple story to listen to and to kind of deal with some of the insanity that's going on out there. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Catch me up on Twitter at TailsTory, and you could check up on any updates for me streaming, any artwork postings, anything that's going on with my channel. I post it on Twitter. I do have a Patreon, which at the moment is just a glorified tip jar. I do try to update and include everything that I do on my Patreon. Um, it's that's pretty much it. But yeah, my Twitter is top notch when it comes to me updating you guys with what I'm doing. I do include on my discussions part of my YouTube channel to update you on dates of when things are going to post. And those dates, they come to me depending upon how the audio is created. If the audio is created by somebody else, like the Elf Prince series, I do wait for the person who's doing the the audio editing to complete their work first to send it to me so I can go ahead and put together all of the background work for it to create these videos. So I do thank you for being patient and waiting out for each of these episodes that come out. And the last one again is coming out on the 28th. It starts out at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Master Missy ASMR's channel on YouTube. And then, of course, I'll post mine later, depending upon what my work schedule is for that day, to be able to enjoy watching that video with you guys. And being able to see y'all's reactions to what's going on. I'd love to hear that. As well as fan theories. I love fan theories. They're awesome. I love to hear what other people think of my work and what they think is going to happen. Because I do that with movies and TV shows and books all the time. I figure out what's going to happen. And when I get pleasantly surprised that it doesn't turn out that way, it's a different twist, it's what excites me about that story. It makes me love it even more. So, wrapping it up, I love you guys. Stay awesome. Be excellent to one another, of course. And I'll catch y'all later. Bye.